Welcome back to another episode of Wrestling Around, and for what I'm led to believe is the third time, we're going to Unforgiven, all the way back to 2000, well, Unforgiven 2000. But before we get into that, joining me is a world-famous Terry Peters. Terry Peters, how are we doing?
Good morning, gentlemen. We're all good here, thank you. How are you two?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm shocked every time I get asked how I am. I'm still shocked.
Still not coming with an answer, have you? Still not
three weeks in a row? 3 weeks in a row?
Told you the first week I don't do the right lot.
And I'm going to keep asking you.
Well, maybe some will change, who knows. And joining me as well is Lou. Lou, how are we doing? You look very tired today.
Yeah, I'm very tired because I've been having a bit of legal trouble. So I just need to confirm now that I, or the Wrestling Around podcast, are not affiliated with any brand of hard seltzer or alcoholic beverage.
But if you was, would you say you was a fan?
I can't say anything at this point.
Right, then. You don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
Imagine all the things we've said on this podcast as well. That's the reason.
That's why we get sued. Yeah. So just need to make it abundantly clear. For the, there's a disclaimer in last week's show description.
I didn't notice that actually.
And I've been advised to stay on the podcast as well.
Yeah, well, you're gonna let people know, aren't you?
But if any hard seltzer brand does want to reach out, follow your boy. So I'm now free for sponsorships.
Big fan of the hard seltzer.
Yeah. I've actually got a case on coming today of hard seltzer. So if we have to stop the recording at any point,
that's fine.
It's me picking up the seltz.
If we're a knock, we know what's going on.
Yeah.
So if Lou gets a bit more jovial in the second half of the podcast, we know why, because he's neck full of hard seltzer.
It's far too early to be drinking the hard seltzer at the moment. So I'm on like a non-alcoholic version of that, which apparently is called water.
Oh right, there we go then.
Yeah.
I'm on a bit of that as well. Again.
Yeah. Because aren't we just the most boring three people in the world?
I mean, it is.
That's the good old H2O.
It is 10 a.m. as well. Let's be honest. We're not fools, are we?
10 a.m. Is it that late?
Yeah.
No, we're early this week. Last week was 4 a.m. and this week's 10 a.m.
Yeah, but it's 4 a.m. late or early.
Well,
we discussed it last week.
Have we been to? I think we did. We said if we'd been to bed, it depends if you've been to bed or not, doesn't it? So.
Because it's both, isn't it?
I feel like I was going to complain about something else before we started. Oh yeah, I'm in pissing lockdown again, eh? So that's nice.
There we go. You think you're getting out of it?
I think I'm in lockdown. Yeah.
Well, you're in summer or other.
Yeah, it's illegal to host people in my house, but if I go to the pub, it's just fine.
It's a well-known fact that coronavirus doesn't affect you if there's a chip and pin machine in the room. So everyone just go get some sort of contactless scanner, and then there you're fine. You don't get it.
Why do I get? I could have friends running and just order a fucking takeaway. I'm still spending money
as long as they're out by 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
In
theory, that's me now.
In theory, you could have 36 people around as long as they're all in 6. Like road people of things of 6.
Put them in different areas of a flat and just like don't talk to each other. I could serve them, yeah. I could get a visor.
Yeah. So you could talk to them. Well, you could be the link in between.
Yeah, I could get just like you with that guy over there. Yeah. Only problem with that is I need 36 friends. So follow your boy at Lou Markham on Twitter. You've got to come to Lou's bar.
Some hard seltzer.
Yeah, hard seltzer bar.
Hey,
but again, not affiliated with any particular brand.
Yeah, just we're making a joke of it, but everyone social distance and wear your masks and that, because coronavirus is real, despite what your auntie tells you on Facebook. Yeah. So, do you know what I mean?
Well, that's it. Like, who do I believe at this point? Like the government are fucking Denise Wells.
Also, while we're on it,
it's hard to tell.
People might be like switching off in droves now, but when you say, right, coronavirus isn't real, do some research. Doing research does not mean going onto the 10th page of Google to find out what you're looking for.
Good point.
It winds me up. Do some research, aka look where I'm looking. Don't believe the mainstream media, but do the exact same thing with something else.
Yeah, this is it. So if it's a different story on another classic topic, immigration, which I'm sure everyone's fine with.
Oh my God, can we not? Jesus Christ.
And some guy was like, "Oh, you've got to believe the real facts. Don't you watch Active Patriot?" And it's like, of course I fucking don't, man. Anyway, that was it.
You're upsetting Tory Peters.
I'm not sorry, but Jesus Christ.
You're upsetting Tory Peters.
So yeah, if we do have any right-wing conspiracy nuts, stop listening.
Yeah, stop.
We don't make any money off this. We don't care. Stop listening.
Oh, to be fair, do. But just don't comment us. Don't tell us. Just listen on silent, please.
Yeah, so
give us your
money. Give us your money, but not your political views, please.
There we go. That's what we're all here for. Join us next week for Politics Around. That is a show in itself, though. Let's do some kind of bonus show. People are up for it, like Prime Minister's questions around. We'll look back at historical Prime Minister's questions.
To be fair, I'm sure we could do a full episode on wrestling and politics mixed together because there's a lot of it through the years.
Yeah. We've got WWE Hall of Famer as president for the next couple of months, hopefully. And you've got Mayor Kane, anti-mask Mayor Kane. Of all the people to be anti-mask, fucking Kane.
And then you've got Sergeant Slaughter and Thingy from the early 90s, haven't you? And they were, that.
Was that
Jesse the Bonaventura.
Yeah.
Matt Morgan, he was
Matt Morgan is a politician. Rhino, did he not run for Congress?
Yes,
Rhino,
he was after Detroit, wasn't
he? Linda McMahon, what's she up to now? Right?
Is she in their version of the cabinet?
No, she runs like a super PAC now, actually, just getting money for Trump. In Florida, of all places. I wonder how that happened.
All right, I'm pretty sure the King, he's in the show now. He ran for mayor or something.
He did, yeah. And Hulk Hogan once started running for president, and I shit you not, stopped because he thought he might win. It's in his first autobiography, and it's amazing. It's like, well, brother, like I could have won. Like, how was I going to spend time with the kids of him in the White House? So he pulled out.
Also, Hall of Famer Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was California.
Jesse Ventura, he was up there, wasn't he?
All Republicans.
We've already said Jesse Ventura. Come on, man.
No, you said Sergeant Slaughter and
no, he said.
I said Sergeant.
He said.
Oh, did you? Governor Minister.
Put your ears up. Yeah, come on.
Man. I just thought we didn't have
Peters for this.
I thought I'd take Peter's thing because he doesn't listen to any of this podcast while I was on it. So I thought I might as well do the same.
The only time I listened to.
He literally took his headphones off as you were saying that.
Exactly.
Wrestling politics. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I'm loving the fact that Hulk Hogan did a John Sargent. Yeah. None of them were going to win. Yet they thought they were going to.
What niche reference? Like,
he still annoys me to this day that John Sargent, he wasn't even near the final. He was like 4 or 5 weeks in, and he thought he might win it. No, get over yourself, man. It was funny, but the British public always vote for the winners. You know what I mean?
Anne Widdecombe, she was another one, wasn't she? Strictly come dancing around now.
Strictly get rid of her. Get out of there. She was crap. She was crap and not funny. John Sargent was slightly funny.
It's funny where she got dragged across the floor.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Anyway.
Yeah,
let's climb into our wrestling time machine.
Go back to 2000, where I don't think Strictly was on. It wasn't much longer after that, was it? Natasha Kaplinski, 2004, I think.
Have you seen Carol Baskins?
15th of May, 2004.
That's with the Stars this year.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Well, to link it back to wrestling, Jericho was once on Dancing with the Stars, wasn't he?
And Nikki Bella is married to or going out with Artem now, isn't she?
And they just had a child together, haven't they?
It's not Artem Chigrinsky, the one off the UK version.
Yeah, the same guy.
Was he on the American one as well? I thought it was a partner.
It's all the same. All the same.
Strictly case. It's transatlantic. Who knew?
Yeah, that's it. Fucking John Cena is livid. John Cena versus Artem, WrestleMania 37.
Yeah, but he got his WrestleMania moment, didn't he?
That is true.
He swings around about for that, innit?
Yeah, you can bypass the ring cameras for that happen now, apparently.
Okay, but which part are you getting? Are you getting the bit where they're knelt down, or are you getting?
I think you got to pay more for that. Yeah, but you get like a little photo. It's like shows you what happened.
Who's having that? I get it, right? If it's you want the ring canvas from Taker Lesnar.
Well, it's the same one, isn't it? So why they've packaged it with Nikki and John Cena instead of
What else happened on that WrestleMania?
Oh no, actually no, 33 was where it was Taker versus Reigns on it.
Yeah, we watched it.
Yeah, we showed the part of the ring where the big worms turned up.
Yeah. So, that weird. Just say if people would buy it if it just said WrestleMania ring.
Yeah.
Not
you're John Cena. Now you're a Nikki Bella fan. Now you're an Artem. What's his name? Artem
Chigrinsky.
Oh, he's been that guy. Because he's like Slovakian, isn't he? But he supports Barcelona. I don't know why that gets to me, but it does.
Anybody who doesn't support, maybe I think, and I've done a lot of thinking about it. It's because we support a rubbish team and we feel like we're stuck. So we then upset anybody who doesn't support their also a rubbish team.
Yeah, well, you should be supporting Trench.
Here's a bit for you. Apparently they started having sex again. the two of them, and but her breasts are still off limits in an article I'm reading now. There you go.
There we go.
She revealed that on the Bella podcast this week.
Bella podcast. We've got a rival.
Apparently she's getting her groove back. Ugh.
The tape is there answering the questions nobody's asking.
Sorry, I got a bit engrossed in this.
You know, I said, like, people do research and then they go far too deep into Google to find what they're looking for. Tape Peters just done a fine example of that.
This was the first one.
Oh, I don't think he was.
This was the first hit.
Right,
like,
enough
that
of
time
that.
Machine.
Peter's embarrassing himself, embarrassing the podcast. Let us all down.
I'll cut that out.
No, keep it.
Leave it in.
Keep it in. This is it.
Keep it all in.
Keep it in. Because it's only you who says embarrassing things and you always threaten to cut them out. Just keep them all in.
I don't do it.
I never listened back to the final cut. Like, the people think that Peters is like a wrestling genius.
Yeah.
But everything else has just been cut out.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it's just all Terry Peters and we're both cut out.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to the original recordings. Like, I don't listen to the the final version.
Terry Peters might be the biggest snake in this room, and none of you lot will hear it because
it's actually the Terry Peters podcast. Yeah.
Possibly, yeah. With Terry Peters, he just edits absolutely everything. Who knows? Right then, Unforgiven 2000. Terry Peters, while I'm upset with you, I'm going to get you more upset with you. Because you said this was great. You said this is one of your favourite pay-per-views ever, when it, in fact, is an absolute big pile of horseshit.
Yeah. I watched it as a kid, and obviously it was great. I watched it back now, knowing what I know about wrestling now, and it's not so good. There is some good.
I thought it was alright.
There is some good bits. There are some good bits. I would say there's probably more average. There's more average than good.
I think it's not. I think if you watched it at the time, you'd think, it's decent.
Yeah, and like I say, I was a big dumb kid.
I don't think you're gonna go back and watch it again.
No, I won't watch this again. No hurry. I've maybe watched one match again.
And I know that the reason why I can't remember watching this because nothing happens and it's just boring.
Yes, there is.
What?
We'll get to it. We'll get it. Put a pin in that, Ross. Put a pin in it, sunshine.
This is the start of the Steve Blackman push.
Was it though? Because he'd already had a SummerSlam match.
No, you're like a fucking idiot in this segment.
It was like
we'll get to it.
It was the end of the Steve Blackman push.
Yeah.
Put a pin
in.
I
thought it was. I wasn't offended by it.
No, I think you took quite big offence to this, Ross.
6.5, I reckon.
No, too high. Far too
high.
We're
doing a summary at the beginning. This is weird, isn't
it? Yeah.
Have we rang the bell yet?
No.
Let's ring that bloody bell.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, that was weird. Right, Unforgiven 2000, 24th of September, in the First Union Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. There was 19,000 people there. Sold out in 2 hours, if you believe JR. Do we believe JR?
I probably do at that time because obviously it's the big return of Austin, isn't it? People want to see it, so.
Right. Austin was coming back. They should have told us, shouldn't they? That was a surprise.
Philly loves the craps. They also love the cheesesteaks. I've not looked at the menu because I don't care. I'll get a cheesesteak on the way.
And then a cheesesteak while you're there.
Yeah, that's what I do. I stop off at fucking Pat's King of Steaks and I get a cheesesteak. I won't have to eat in the arena, so I've not even looked at the menu because that's what I'm doing next time we go to Philly. If we go again, it's Wells Fargo Bank.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
There's a little inside joke for everyone there. So basically, we was in Philadelphia on the way to get a famous cheesesteak from
on a very cold Philadelphia evening.
And somebody asked, "Is Wells Fargo? What is Wells Fargo?" And then we answered, "Oh, it's a bank." And then in typical Terry Peters style, about 5 minutes later, he goes, "Oh yeah, Wells Fargo. Yeah, that's a bank." Because it's not just on the podcast he doesn't listen to anybody. He's just thinking about himself that much. Even in real life, he does it as well.
Didn't we pass Lucky Star as well while we were there? Didn't we find Lucky Star in Philadelphia?
Yes, it turns out it's a chain. With one in East Hill and one in East Philadelphia.
Lucky Star. So, right, Lou, I was going to ask you about the First Union Center, Philadelphia, and I thought you'd be well up for it because I know you like Philadelphian cuisine. But
yeah, but no, that's what I do. I stop at Pat's King Steaks on the way because I think it's on the way from like the main city centre because it's like South Philly.
Put it this way, you'd make it on the way.
I'd make it on the way like I did last time. You know, when you guys like why are you dragging us through like
the hood?
Yeah, like a rough part of Philadelphia, like in the middle of the night.
About 11 o'clock at night. Yeah,
I just want a cheesesteak. Getting on that, do you ever get on the subway? That was the seediest thing I've ever done.
It was
When the turnstile wouldn't work, we had to jump
So
the
it's a
turnstile.
jump
just
it,
to get
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was half expecting to happen
Yeah.
there as well? Me fall flat on my face because, it's me, innit?
There's people around, aren't they? But, yeah.
Some guy in front of us did it as well, didn't he? But if the turnstile don't work, we did try.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think we did try. I think the
The
person
guy in front of us
said it
did
didn't work and
No,
jumped
but
off.
we bought our tokens because it was coin operated, though, wasn't it? You got the real old school tokens, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did buy stuff. It's not like we didn't just do it. Anyway,
I would disagree with you. I would go to that station. What was it? The food court thing.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm trying to. Reading
that was great in
Red
there.
Street Terminal, wasn't it?
Went to Terminal and get the Italian pulled pork sandwich, which was the greatest sandwich I've ever eaten. So Philadelphia, don't bother going filling up in the First Union Centre or Wells Fargo Centre as it's now called. Go get a sandwich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I probably got? Crisps.
Yeah, I was going to say you probably got.
Oh, I got that. I was trying to be healthy and I got that bloody burrito bowl, didn't I? What a waste.
Why? Yeah, you was trying to be healthy, got a burrito bowl, and then you went and got what can only be described as plastic cheese poured all over your sandwich.
Plastic cheese. Get out. Cheese whiz.
Cheese
Good stuff. Comes
Never
in a
seen
can.
Never
Comes
seen
in
a
a
cow,
can.
has it? Cheese whiz.
Straight on cheese.
Did you get the cheese on the chips as well?
No, that was Tom.
That was
Oh, sorry, cousin Tom. He's not. He's in his podcast.
It's cousin Tom. That was a heart attack waiting to happen. That was it.
Yeah, he got cheese and everything. I think he got cheese on his Diet Coke in the end as well. He's got that as cheese.
Yeah, you got a Diet Coke, so it works out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's fine.
Exactly.
No calories.
Pretty much a 0 calorie meal.
Yeah, there you go. Balances out. Swings around box. Right, there we go then. So sorry for everybody who tunes in specifically for that. Lou's not doing it this week. So we'll move on to the opening video package, highlighting the main event. Pretty standard stuff from WWF in this era. We enjoy it. Is it getting better? Is it better than the opera one we watched the other week?
Yeah, it's a bit more dramatic, isn't it, this one?
I still thought it was a bit cheesy, but I had no real thoughts on it.
I'm
It was
surprised.
a bit more biblical, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't include the Triple H Angle match. They normally do the two big matches, don't they?
Yeah. Well, that was a weird match. Got some thoughts on that when we get to it.
Yeah.
That build up.
Well, this was a pay-per-view directly after SummerSlam 2000 that you can also hear in the archives. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it has a lot to live up to, doesn't it, the month after as well?
It's nice doing a follow on, and seeing what
Yeah.
the stories were. And like
You see no
somehow,
what's
like
going on.
half the stories are completely fucking different in just like 4 weeks.
Actually,
yeah.
and then they
Sure.
go even more different in the next because I had to look to see what was
Okay, so I'm just
after this
having a look.
was. They
Yeah.
go even more different after this.
Well,
I
the
think,
main event.
I think we're covering Armageddon 2000 December, so, and it's just a completely different show by that point, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, in a month's time, at the next pay-per-view, you have Stone Cold Steve Austin versus the guy that run him down. So he carries out his
It's not really a match, that is it?
no, he carries out his
I know.
investigation for an entire month.
The way you was going on about it, I thought that's what this pay-per-view was. It was just
Yeah.
No.
I thought it was, especially when the
No, this is where he begins his investigations.
Ted Peters claimed it was the greatest thing ever.
It was the greatest thing ever. His segment is brilliant.
Oh, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying this pay-per-view. I'm pretty sure you said the other week, it's probably in the archives, all the listeners go back and hound Terry Peters with it. It was one of his favourite shows ever.
It is,
It probably was at the time, but now I've watched it back with older eyes. It's not very good, is it? But when you only have two wrestling videos, this and SummerSlam 2000, you think they're amazing. So, shove that into
Ross's
Should
face
that-
is just a picture of disappointment right now.
It was rubbish. So we'll move on. Let the listeners decide for themselves. We've got Jim Ross and Jerry King Lawler there on commentary. And we've got Kevin Kelly. He's waiting. He's waiting outside for Stone Cold. Because in case you didn't know, Stone Cold's going to turn up on this pay-per-view.
in his cream chinos.
Kevin Kelly.
I thought you meant Stone Cold with a cream cheese. I was like, that'd be it.
See it.
Stone Cold
Excited
turned
to
as a
see.
golfer.
That'd be great. If Stone Cold came up in chinos and one of them like Panama hat things. You know what I mean? I'd absolutely love to see it, wouldn't you?
I don't know if I would.
I think I would. It'll make me appreciate Stone Cold even more. But let's move on to the first match and Right to Sensei. They was around. I thought there was like a 3-month thing.
They're on for like 11
A long
months.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
a long time.
A long time. And they're going up against the Dudley Boys and the APA. So, Right to Sensei. Bull Buchanan, everyone's favourite henchman. The Good Father. Val Venus in his white pants. And Stephen Richards in his hometown.
Yeah.
Anvil. Is it Anvil, PA? I think it's Anvil, isn't it?
No, it's Philadelphia.
No, but he's not actually born in Philadelphia, main Philadelphia, is he? It's
Yeah.
not Philadelphia born and raised.
I thought it was.
No, I
On the
think he was
playground is
on
where
the-
he spent most of his days.
Hey,
That's 30 years old.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, no, he was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody else later on.
They're
I
all,
know.
they're all from out there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody
Yeah.
else later on. So
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
So when I say he's in his hometown,
He is.
you know, you can bet your bottom dollar that he's in his hometown.
Take it to the bank.
Your bottom dollar. A bit of Annie for you. I think it's Annie.
Tomorrow. Yes, yeah.
Right, carry on.
He's finished.
Are we doing a wrestling show?
We might as well do something else because this is
Yeah.
shit. Dudley Boys and APA. I mean, I love both the Dudley Boys and the APA. I love Charles Wright, not the actual Goodfather, but the man behind the Goodfather. I think he's absolutely hilarious because he's the Goodfather in this. Yeah, he's an absolute badass backstage. Stands up to the Undertaker. Val Venis is weird right pants. Stephen Richards has always been annoying, and Bull Buchanan's everyone's favourite henchman. Yet this match was absolute bollocks.
I liked how Bull Buchanan grew his hair a bit, so he just looked like a corporate douche.
And then lost his
Yeah.
tie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he lost his little necktie, didn't he? Val
Pretty
Venis
angry,
did
eh?
not have a good look, did he?
Well, this was. I think he'd only just joined the group, hadn't he?
Yeah, well, at SummerSlam, the previous month, he was in that weird tag match one with Trish, Eddie, and China
Yeah.
at SummerSlam.
Bloody
so
hell,
he
this does go on a long time, this storyline, doesn't it?
yeah,
It's
honestly,
the
they're there
cat, the
till
cat
about-
joins in like February.
and then you get Ivory as well. At
So
Royal
the
Rumble
cat- the cat-
2000.
no. Yeah, Cat Jones in No Mercy 2001.
And then-
that's
and
when
then-
all
No, I thought it was No Way Out, wasn't it?
It's a No Way Out. It's a
Yeah.
no. It's a no something.
But then you got Ivory, haven't you, at Royal Rumble 2001? She's part of the group because she's against China. This honestly, his storyline goes through to the next summer. It's mad.
I loved it at the time. I don't know why.
I hated it.
I
hated it then.
I mean, I
and hate
hated
it
it,
now.
but I loved it. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it a lot more now.
I think I appreciate it more at the time.
They're
Well,
just
really,
there to wind.
I
They're
just
just there to
hate it.
wind you up, aren't they?
Well,
That was really right since I remember going on WWF.com with my mate, and it was like end of year awards, and it was like storyline of the year, and I voted for RTC. He's gone. He's back.
He's back.
And I voted for RTC Try and Censor, and it was me and 2% of the the voters on WWF.com who thought that was the best storyline. Most people like Stone Cold coming back.
That says everything that everybody needs to know about you wrestling. And the fact that you voted for RTC over Stone Cold's return.
You're a ridiculous man, aren't you?
Yeah, well, you came back on this pay-per-view and you said it was shit.
Yeah, it's shit.
RTC was a highlight.
You're wrong.
I just like the niche stuff, right? My favourite segment this year, of 2020, has been the Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders with the ninjas.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
That was hands down my favourite thing on WWE TV this year.
Is that purely because of Samoa Joe at the end of it?
I think that made it, yeah. The whole thing was just ridiculous. Like,
I was
ninjas can really ruin your night.
I was thinking about that at work yesterday, actually. Ninjas can really ruin your night.
Did you get attacked by some ninjas?
No, it just came into me.
I was going to say, what happened at work? When you work?
I was just thinking about ninjas at work for some reason.
I think it's really,
I'll tell you
you
what.
really have the mind of like a 10-year-old boy doing it 2 years. Sat at work thinking about ninjas.
I'll tell you what, though. This match could have done with some ninjas in it, just to brighten it up a little bit.
This is how it goes because it's an 8-man tag match. Everyone starts fighting. RTC win after a Stephen kicks above her ear.
After 6 minutes, 4 seconds.
6 minutes, yeah.
I would
Dudley's
say-
were over, weren't they? In
Oh,
Philly?
massively.
I think
I would,
Dudleyville's down the road.
I would say the afters are probably better than the actual match.
Yeah, so we'll go to that now. Then after the match, the Dudleys and APA attack the RTC, and then Stephen Richards gets powerbombed through a table off the middle row.
There's also one thing we've not covered. When they show Bradshaw and Farouk doing the dance with Too Cool. And Bradshaw's doing like a weird little Bradshaw Rooney.
I mean, I love the APA.
Yeah,
But then
that's great.
Well, the best thing of that was like they showed that on a Scientron and then cut to Bradshaw in the arena now.
Just trying to look really
He's looking dead serious, just trying to look at it thinking, fuck it, I should have done that.
Big
That was
Big
great.
Davey Meltz gave this 3/4.
Oh, I thought it was alright. So, right, Meltz's like ratings, I don't get, right? Because I think
No, I
3
don't get
stars
it.
should be like average. So maybe I would be like really generous in Meltz's eyes, but I'd give everything like 2.5, 3 stars, unless it was really good or unless it was really bad. So for me, this would be like 2.5, 3 because it was just inoffensive.
Well,
I think the problem is
Meltzer's star ratings are wrong anyhow because he puts every match up against the main event, and you can't. If every match was as good as the main event wouldn't be very good.
Yeah.
the problem is with this match, not a great deal happened until the afters as well. It was just a fairly basic match, wasn't it?
And is he expecting 5 stars from an 8-man tag?
No, I don't know if he is, but I don't know what his rating is. You know what I mean? Because some of the old WCW Cruiserweight ones, they have like no heat whatsoever with the crowd, and they get like 4.5 stars, don't they?
Yeah.
Did they have someone Japanese in it, though?
Mexican.
Mexican. Was it not? Because he only gives his big ratings to the Japanese, doesn't he?
I believe so, most of the time.
I saw 2 people backstage in Japan had a handshake, and Dave Meltzer gave it 6 stars.
6 stars, yeah.
True story.
Just because it was in the Tokyo Dome, yeah.
After the Tokyo Dome. I'd love to go to the Tokyo Dome when this is over.
While we're on it, Meltzy boy, he's probably listening because he's probably listening to everything just in case it gets mentioned. All his stuff's absolute bollocks, and I don't know why anybody listens to him though. I listen to him fine, but why do people take? You know, when you go on other wrestling sites, like, well, Dave Meltzer's reported this.
It kind of annoys with it. Like, there's no
like he's the be all and end all. He's not. He just guesses, and then if he's wrong, he says, "Well, he changed it because I found out."
Yeah, it would be great if there was a wrestling site that was just kind of had a bit of cynicism. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Meltzer's reporting this, but also, I don't know, it might not be true because
he's just saying stuff.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you just actually look at it, but it's just very reactionary at times, isn't it? But I guess it's the whole industry based on shitting on WWE, isn't it? Really? Like,
well, yeah.
There's like a full internet subculture of it. It's weird.
But then,
we're part of it now.
Well, yeah, we are.
We do shit and shite, yeah.
Yeah, but I always got any credibility because everybody who's in the business says no, we're completely wrong about that.
If you tweeted him, if you told him this, I'll still reply.
Yeah, I know I will. Yeah. I will reply. I will tweet you. He didn't need any more. I'm annoyed that I'm giving him airtime here. And he's probably listening. He probably searches just in case mentioned. But if you are listening, you're full of shit. Yeah, right. That was the first match then.
He's no Sean Ross Sapp. It's alright.
He didn't Wade Killer. I used to really like Wade Killer. I get wild up with him though.
Yeah.
The best bit about that match was the afters. Stephen Richards gets put through a table. It's what you want to see.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is what you want to see.
So why didn't they just... actually, no. It makes sense for them to win because they've still got the heat of saying, oh, we've won, but then they also got beat up, didn't they? It makes sense, actually.
Everyone seems to going to see, but it keeps RTC looking strong.
Yeah. So was this... I remember a segment on the SmackDown. I think it must have been after this because they didn't show it on this one, where the Dudley Boys look like they're going to join. And they're like, oh, if putting people through tables is wrong, then we don't want to be right. And they put him through a table again, and it's great.
Was that during Bubba's phase where he was putting women through tables?
I think against this point, because he looked like just like pretty like psychopathic, didn't he?
He's at the point where he was just putting women, and then he did to Mae Young, didn't he?
Yeah, he put Mae Young through the
table.
Young.
Trish went through a table.
Did Steph go through a table, or did he threaten to put Steph through a table?
I imagine she did at some point.
Yeah, can't remember.
Well, speaking of Stephanie McMahon, this is a WWE pay-per-view in 2000, so of course she's on it. She's backstage with Triple H, and she's saying she's on Triple H's side. And I'll ask you this now, it comes more relevant later on, but is Stephanie McMahon the worst actress known to man?
No, she's the founder of women's wrestling. You can't slag her off like that. Guess over yourself, man.
Welcome to the queendom.
Well, she might have founded women's wrestling 20 years later. Yeah, we're all thankful for that. But she can't fucking act.
She couldn't. It's got better, hasn't it? I would say.
No, this point. Yeah, it was the voice on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the voice.
I don't know if is that the persona she's trying to put on, but she just looks like a fucking moron all the way through.
Yeah.
It's a very nothing segment, this, though, isn't it?
Could I thought she was already like the evil, manipulative psycho heel when there was the whole McMahon Helmsley. You know the one like.
I don't think that
happened. 99.
I don't think that happened until the invasion.
She fluctuated a lot, to be fair, in this, because this was all the stuff with Kurt Angle, obviously, where she wasn't sure who she was siding with, because it was like she secretly hated Triple H, was married to him, so who knows?
Yeah, but she said she secretly hated Triple H, she turned on her dad for Triple H.
Yeah, but then she let out what happened with all the Angle stuff. Do you know what I mean? Look at what happened with all the Angle stuff. Make your decision, Stephanie.
Because she's in Angle's corner for the next match.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's ridiculous.
It's just overbooked bollocks, and she can't.
She was with Jericho. No, that was the year after Jericho.
Yeah. See.
well, yeah, we'll see more of her because it's a pay-per-view in the 2000s. Then we got Kevin Kelly again. He's still waiting outside for Stone Cold because he's turning up in case you didn't know. Good job they kept warning us because I kept forgetting, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's a good job they mentioned it every 5 minutes on commentary as well.
Well, that was the whole point of his pay-per-view, wasn't it? That's what you were paying for.
See Stone Cold.
The matches were like an extra bonus, but it was just Stone Cold, wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you wish this next match wasn't a bonus, so don't you? Jesus wept.
So we'll go to it's not fun. We've got the King, Jerry Lawler. He's coming from commentary. He's going to be against Taz in a strap match. He can win by pinfall, submission, or touching all 4 corners. This all started between JR and Taz.
And we also saw King jump out of a warehouse.
No Ninja King this week.
Yeah, no Ninja King on this pay-per-view. Disappointing.
There is, in this match, I mean, the match was alright. It went, I think it was 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. 5.
My favourite thing in this was Taz shouting at JR. JR went, "You're in the strap match, you idiot."
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
He kept saying, "Get back in the damn ring."
Focus on Lawler.
On me.
And then,
JR was the only good thing about this match.
And then it goes on about the pile drivers as well, doesn't he, JR?
I thought with this being in Philly, and I guess it did happen actually towards the finish, I felt like Taz was just going to get all the cheers, to be honest. I was surprised that the crowd was a bit mixed.
I think the end, didn't he?
Lawler was quite over, wasn't he? But then, obviously when Raven came out.
Also, I think people from Philly were upset that Taz left.
Yeah.
He hadn't won the ECW title again this fight, was that later on?
Against Awesome, I'm not sure.
He goes back and wins it.
Yeah, I think it was because he was on the WF versus WCW, wasn't it? That was the big thing at the time.
Yeah, because I remember Triple H was WWE champ at the time, wasn't he? Because he wrestled on SmackDown. But I can't remember what it was. I can't place it.
But in this match as well, obviously Jericho, Lawler does the 3 power drivers, doesn't he? And JR again with another great bit of commentary. King, I don't think those power drivers are going to work, and then Taz just falls to the ground. He went, maybe I'm wrong. just quality stuff from JR.
I've just thought, just back on the Taz thing, it must have happened by this point because Mike Awesome was on that 2000 show we did the other day on it.
Yeah, I think it was.
So it must have already happened.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't find it now.
Yeah.
Will it say on this? No, I don't
14th of April 2000, I think.
There we go. Yeah, how long time ago?
I don't know. Yeah, a long time for
and also, thinking ECW, actually thinking about it, it's still pretty niche, wasn't it? There have been a lot of casual WWE fans in there, even though it was the hometown of ECW.
Yeah. But the whole reason for this match is it's a strap match, so there's no DQ, right?
Yep.
So why did they have to have a ref bump? I don't understand why they have ref bumps in no DQ matches.
Well, I don't know, because then JR was just like, "Hey ref," just came out.
Maybe is it? So it's a normal match, but you're allowed to use a strap.
A strap, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be.
Maybe.
There's a ref bump, and then Raven comes out to make his re-debut for the WWF.
Isn't it?
First appearance as Raven, but it was Johnny Polo before that, and he hits Lawler with a DDT. Taz wins after the Taz mission,
and then Raven just disappears.
Yeah, I think Raven and Taz had like a weird tag team after this, didn't they?
Yeah.
Before Raven went into the hardcore division and nearly blew up an arena, didn't he, when he was on that bloody golf cart?
Oh yeah, that's like you, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he drove off the side and he nearly cut for all the power.
Yeah. So the 2001 must have been the Rumble where he brought all the weapons in.
Yeah, it was. I love that Rumble. I'm putting it at wrestling.
I also like that Rumble, but your track record, Peters, tells me that Rumble will now be shit.
It's the hardcore Rumble, though, isn't it? Oh no, it's got some good match in it.
I'm gonna write it down now so we don't forget, because we keep promising these shows.
The wrestling around request.
Hey, every show we've done, promised to do, we've done.
Oh no, did you remember Battle Royal at the Albert Hall?
We never promised it.
Did we not?
No, we said what we said was, these are the exact words. We've already got a schedule looking up, but if we've got some space, we'll add it to it. Turns out we don't have any space.
Because we chose not to. Should have been this week, should it? Should have been this show.
Big league, absolutely big league. Well, I probably
next
would have prepared it. I would have prepared it, I think.
Right, I'm writing it down right now.
So Taz, do we make?
It's coming right after our Batista episode.
Stop trying to take over my job, Peters. I'm sick of it.
I'm saying, what did you make of the finish?
Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It's classic early 2000s non-finished finishes.
Non-finished because he's getting attacked and then choked out by Taz.
There's always a screwy finish in everything.
I did like though that he wouldn't let it go, and the refs had to come down and prize him off King.
Yeah, I'm always a big fan when there's more than one ref in the ring.
We'll see that later on as well.
Well, there's one thing I love about wrestling. All the refs run in. Why is it the refs?
Sergeant Slaughter as well is in there. It's great.
I won't give hours away. You know what I mean? When it's all kicking off in football, you don't see like Mike Dean and all his cronies run out the end trying to split it all up.
Mike Dean would fucking love it if that happened.
That'd be great though, wouldn't it?
It's all kicking off, right? We better send the ref hit squad down. Jimmy Corderas and that, you know what I mean? And nothing else has ever happened.
They never stop anything ever, do they, as well?
No.
Yeah. But no, it's great though, isn't it? When they send all them out, they can't stop it, and the locker room come out. And it's always Sheamus who comes out first, every time.
Sheamus just...
The rest of the locker room, and it's always Sheamus every single time he's out first.
And then there's always Mark Henry about 10 minutes later.
Last, yeah.
No, I actually think Mark Henry is one of my favourite wrestlers of all time, so... He's absolutely brilliant. Don't make him mad.
Slow lad, don't he?
Yeah, but break you like a pencil.
I'd run off. I'd walk off at a brisk pace.
Speaking of Mark Henry, have you ever seen that? He's not on the show, is he? The old Big Show. But have you ever seen the picture of him in the Big Show in the real tiny car?
Yes. Yeah. What was it from? From some sort of like...
A beach show?
Yeah, what do we do? No, I can't believe the Big Show is not coming back.
Outrageous.
Netflix did not listen to our demands.
They won't follow this an absolutely scumbag organisation until the Wrestling Around show Wrestling Around Live goes on Netflix special. Then we'll delete all these episodes that we've slacked them off. Cancel the Big Show. Anyway,
do you know what David Milts gave this?
Go on then.
1 star, probably. Quarter star.
About right.
Quarter star? What was that pile driver spot?
What, the 3 pile drivers?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, it is what it is, this match, though, isn't it?
Taz just looked like an angry little man, didn't he?
Yeah, he always did.
I know he was, and he still is. But it's like, I don't know, it just didn't seem it just seemed a bit weird. I think it was the way he was dressed. It was those trousers just made him look like real stocky.
I don't know why you put them on. What's wrong with his singlet?
No, and by the end of the year, he's wearing like a full-on boiler suit, wasn't
he?
Yeah.
Wrestling was longer, was he? They become a laughing stock in the Invasion angle, and then he was commentating.
Look at Taz! He's just a fat, sad commentator. And chokes him out.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of laughing stocks, Kevin Kelly as well in this next segment. Fucking horrendous.
Yeah, you've missed some stuff, Peters. This is why I do the rundown of the show.
What?
Mate, you keep trying to host it.
It's got somewhere to be. Come on, keep it going.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, by him telling, we're not missing bits out.
I don't even know what I missed.
We're keeping it going.
You missed
Steve Blackman. Steve Blackman stage with his sticks.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's a big point. That's a big talking point of the show.
Actually, you say that, but Steve Blackman is the second most thingy person on the show.
True.
Yeah, so it is a big point.
Oh, what happened to Steve Blackman?
He moved them down our street when we were kids.
Oh yeah, did he?
Become a waterman or a prison guard or something.
Don't you think he looked like a wrestler who could wrestle now? And what I mean by that is he was in shape.
Yeah. I've got a lot of love for Steve Blackman.
Yeah.
And then we've got Kevin Kelly. He's waiting up for Stone Cold. Stone Cold turns up and then just beats him down.
Yeah. And then he showed it twice, like immediately.
Yeah,
after.
like literally like the second after.
I'm guessing there's an advert they must have cut out.
I think you had adverts on pay-per-view though.
Oh no, they do them now. There's always like a Pepperami or whatever they call it there advert.
Yeah,
or Cricket Wireless.
On the video, it just went straight to it. All I can assume is that the arena was a bit empty and they think people might have missed it. That's all I can assume, that people are going to get some nice Philly cheesesteaks from around the corner.
Yeah.
Unless they just cut the adverts out.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, very good.
But yeah, so he throws him into the side and for good measure throws some pipes on him.
And that's the last we see of Kevin Kelly tonight.
Yeah. Ever? That's Kevin Kelly no more.
Is that true?
I don't know. I hope so. He's rubbish.
No, it's on. What's he on now? Is he on Ring of Honor still?
He used to be the commentator on Ring of Honor. He was
Ring of Honor, that's it.
Still isn't he?
I don't know.
No, he did New Japan English for a bit.
Yeah, I just don't rate him. He's said some pretty disparaging things about WWF as well.
Has it? I think he might have been another one. Do you know who was on He was on WrestleZone.com when I was on it like 10, 12 years ago now. And the Conan Disco Inferno. Scott Hudson from WCW. I feel like Kevin Kelly was on there for a bit.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Great times.
Yeah, great times. Then speaking of average commentators, we've got a new one, Michael Cole. He joins the commentary team.
Frosted tips and all.
Yeah, he's just, he must be the most embarrassed man of his early 2000s. So he's all corporate now, isn't he? And he looks back at what he was on TV like.
Not that it's been on that long, hasn't he?
He definitely got some wedges.
And he gets a lot of stick call, but I don't think it's his fault. I think he's actually alright. When he did the first UK tournament,
yeah, everyone loved him on that, didn't he?
he's actually quite good, wasn't he?
He's probably got a bit more freedom because he ain't got Vinnie Mac shouting in his ear.
Well,
Going, God damn it, pal!
What he needs to do is stop calling Nakamura shin.
Yeah,
that needs to stop.
that needs to stop immediately. Please.
Needs
Have you heard that
the
leaked
beating.
clip where he's talking back to Vince down the and he goes, do you really want me to say that again? Like, I feel like I've said it 100 times already. And then you don't hear Vince's response, but you just say, okay, got it, pass. It's like, got that? It's $9.99.
Is it boss time or the big dog?
Could be. I don't know what it was because he doesn't say it. He just goes, do you really want me to say that again? Because I feel like I've fucking said it like 100 times tonight already. And then like a second later, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
He's like Michael Gove, isn't he? Just the ultimate yes man. Will say anything just to please his fucking bosses.
he's the boss now, then. He's the boss of all the commentators, isn't he?
Yeah, he actually reports to me for line manager, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Imagine every year fucking yearly appraisal with Michael Cole. How weird would that be?
And then you could laugh at his frosted tips in the early 2000s.
They lose your job.
Yeah, so you get pay rise, it's pay performance, come on.
Yeah. Right then, we'll move on to the next match. The Hardcore Invitational. So this is for the Hardcore title. It's 10 minutes. Whoever's champ at the end will be the champion, but you've got to pin the current champion in the match. So people in it, you've got the European champion Al Snow, who I guess is from Italy now.
I can only assume that he dressed up as different European countries every
That's
match.
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Which to be fair is quite great. Let's be honest, that is brilliant.
Yeah, he has a pizza box with him, which will get used later on.
A picture of Tony Danza and a dead fish.
We've got everyone's favourite hardcore champion, Crash Holly. Test, he comes up with 2 stars. Perry Saturn, one of the first appearances with Terry. I just always associate them together.
I never realised they were together at all. I don't know how I missed this. Yeah,
I did because of this.
I think I just missed it completely.
Well, I'm sure he gets rid of air for the mop.
Yeah, I think he does. Because Moppy ain't far after this.
Moppy.
We've got Funaki, he's in it. And Steve Blackman, the current champion.
Yes, underrated music. I love his music.
Yeah.
But not
It reminds me of that.
if it goes on for too long.
It reminds me of that Cannibal de Paris by Dario G. The first part anyway.
Is that the 98 song?
Sunshine.
Yeah.
No, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone in this match is a former champion. For a hardcore match in Philadelphia, this is absolutely shit. Crash Holly.
Lot of head jokes.
Too many head jokes, which I can't imagine were funny then.
No, but after a while it's like, okay, we get it now. Like you're using head as a double entendre.
But head's been around for about 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish it'd been overplayed already.
But again, Philadelphia, innit? The birth of head, wasn't it, really?
Well, yeah, but
No, I agree with you, but I'm just saying I can only assume that's probably why they've done it.
this was a hardcore match and nothing happened.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Something happened.
What?
What the fuck was that dive from Perry Saturn?
Yeah, that's what I was.
What was he doing? Like, I couldn't work out how he'd got his body in that position when he landed on him. Like,
Perry Saturn's suicide dive, and then Steve Blackman just clocks him with a fucking
It was
trash
like-
on straight
was
up
it-
the head.
oh, no, I wasn't thinking that one. I was thinking on where he jumps onto everyone. And it's sort of like they say, oh, we think it was a moonsault, but it didn't look like he was landing. You only saw him land, you didn't see him take off. And I had no idea like how he got himself into that position where he was like head first, but kind of backwards.
Perry
I don't know what he did.
Saturn's quite
I don't know
athletic, aren't they?
We
The
watched him in ECW, didn't
the
we?
Eliminators were quite
Eliminators,
athletic.
Yeah, it was just absolutely mental. Like, it did not look safe at all. Like, he's lucky the people there because he wasn't died.
Like I say, when he got clacked over that head, that trash can
Yeah.
immediately is always great.
But this is all this match was. Steve Blackman hit people with trash cans.
Exactly, so it was great. 5 stars.
So we've got a few. There's a few.
Oh, did Steve Blackman come back now? I looked for his Twitter before. I didn't have a Twitter, does
I
he?
think he teaches, doesn't he?
No, I thought he was like a bounty hunter. in Philadelphia. I thought he was like a Philadelphian bounty hunter, which if he turned up your door, you'd shit your
I
pants.
think you offer your dog.
Yeah, I think it does.
He's dead, isn't he?
Is he?
Oh no,
No,
it's,
it was someone else.
It's his wife, I think, innit? I think it's Beth.
What? Beth?
Yeah.
Uh,
I think
That's
Beth
Steve
died.
Blackman. He's from Anvil, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. There we go.
What's he doing now?
well, let me out right. There's a few pinfalls in this match. So Crash Holly pins Steve Blackman, and then tries running off, and he's
Hang on a
immediately
I
pinned by
didn't
Perry
know.
Saturn.
I didn't know this Steve Blackman fact. Did you know that? Technically, he's held the hardcore championship for the longest out of anyone.
That's right. I would assumed it was. Well, he held
Total
it.
of
Oh,
total 172 days, the most combined.
I was gonna say it's not a long
I
time.
assumed it'd be Crash Holly.
yeah, because I think he's had the most, hasn't he?
Yeah, but yeah,
I
Steve Blackman's had the most time with
I
champion.
associate the hardcore
Champion.
title with Steve Blackman.
Crash Holly for me. It's one specific moment where it goes 24/7 and he's climbing through the kids play area, and I think he goes down the slide.
He's great in it, the hardcore title, to be fair.
And
Raven's the one that's held it on the most occasions with 27.
is it really?
Crash Holly's got it for 22. And then Stephen Richards with 21. So, and then Sean Stasiak has held it 15 times for a combined total of less than 1 day.
Chances it was never held it on TV.
I think so. I can only assume that because every title, this title technically changed hands 3 times in this one event.
Well, that's
So,
how
or 4 times, whatever it was. Yeah, I don't know how many times they had it, to be fair. Yeah, 1, so I can only assume it was that.
And that was at WrestleMania, Funaki.
Yeah, and then
Match.
so in this you got Crash Holly, didn't you?
Crash Holly pins Steve Blackman. Perry
Yeah.
Saturn then pins Crash Holly.
And
then
Perry
Steve
Saturn
Blackman.
holds on to it for a good total of the match, to be fair, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then Steve Blackman pins Perry Saturn with a minute left. Everyone beats him down, but they run out of time.
What I do like is towards the end that you hear the ref just going, "Come on, guys, 2 minutes," and it's just like, right, well, that's the ending, quite clear between them two.
Yeah.
But at the end, they're all beating Steve Blackman up. Why not just pin him?
Just
one
from
of
the
you-
start. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Al Snow's hitting him with a fucking cable. What's that going to do? Do you know what I mean? It's not going to do anything. Just pin him, Al Snow.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're hard to book these time limit ones. 'Cause what do you do?
I think, to be fair, you probably just go in and say, look, with 2 minutes left, this is what we need to do. And then between that, you just sort of just do what you want, I think, don't you? And say, this title and the change needs to happen. This person needs to hold it.
I just thought this should have had more hardcore stuff in it.
It should have gone backstage, I think, but I don't know. The staging area wasn't very good to do anything. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't very good, was it?
All we had was a few trash cans, and then a pizza box, and then there was the kendo stick and the Steve Blackman sticks.
And the head thing.
Yeah, that was it. Look at him, he's back.
He's back, isn't he?
I don't think he's realised we've just carried on.
No.
So
wait till he's back.
He's got his seltzer. So it'll be. We just carried on, Lou. So
we've just had a talk about the hardcore title. You were wrong. Ravens held it the most time with 27.
Yeah, Raven's the most popular champ.
Yeah, but Steve Blackman's held it the longest.
Yeah, the longest, but Ravens held it most. And Sean Stasiak was saying to Ross, held it 15 times combined total less than 1 day.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. So yeah, just
Mike what flavours have you got this time?
It's the same as last time, but I've also got the lime.
Oh, I bet the lime's nice.
I've got
I bet lime,
lemon, and black cherry. Yeah, 12 cans.
I think that's the way you'd have to drink
£23.
it. Well.
So it's actually the cheapest hard seltzer online. I had a look at other brands. Fountain came close, and then Brewdog have got their own version now, and they've got cactus and lime. And I thought, I don't know about that. This was the cheapest one, 23 quid for 12 cans.
I think you're gonna have to drink them lime, lemon, cherry as well.
I think so. I've got to try the lemon one first, then.
Steve,
no, it's not the lemon one, the lime one.
Yeah, you got that because that's the otherwise the flavours are too strong. Have one now. Go on, have one now.
Shall I?
Yeah, have one.
Would you like some facts about this Steve Blackman title reign from winning it to win the match?
Yeah, go on.
Please.
Peter, it's already felt to disarray this podcast, so you might as well just carry on with the facts.
So it was title number 50.
Seltzer time! I'm joking, it's a Diet Coke.
It was reign number 50 for the title. It was the 4th longest time anyone had held the title as well, so he held it for 89 days after this, and then lost it to Raven. There you go.
Rubbish ending though, I forgot to say ending yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just saying, I was saying to Ross, everyone just hits him with stupid stuff instead of just trying to pin him.
Yeah. Just a big part. They're always shit at the end of these ones. There was the one at WrestleMania 2000 that was rubbish one and they messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't. You just get. It's a stupid idea, but it's a way. They forgot about the hardcore title.
You just need to be a good wrestler to do it.
Chucked everybody on it, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's it. Right then, if you got anything, you missed that full segment, but have you got anything to add apart from the?
No, it was just that spot from Perry Saturn was great. I don't know what he was doing, but it was great. And then the ending was shit. That's my 2 thoughts. But I thought it was alright. I think you've been a bit harsh on that match.
It was a hardcore match when nothing hardcore happened.
It was fucking Steve Blackman hit him in the face with that fucking big metal thing. Great. Trash can Lido, whatever it was. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Big Davey Meltz gave it 1 3/4.
Yeah, because that was probably just because there was a Japanese wrestler in there.
I don't think Funaki counts. I've just seen Funaki's New Japan way. Was Funaki in New Japan?
He was in Michinoku Pro, no?
Michinoku Pro. What's that Tackers like?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Kaintai weren't made in the WWF, was it? There was already a thing.
Yeah,
he just joined it, didn't he? I think.
Yeah.
And then they turned into the comedy thing when Shane McMahon was dubbed going, indeed.
Yeah.
So yeah. There you go.
I just realised my hard seltzer says party pack on it, which is fucking depressing, isn't it, given last night's news?
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Kind of a party. On your
More seltzer for me.
Just sat in the corner drinking seltzer and crying.
Yeah. Alright.
I was like a party. And yeah, we'll move to what I think is the best segment of this full show. We've got Kurt Angle backstage, and he runs into Stone Cold. First time ever that they meet on camera.
Yeah, I didn't realise that. Yeah.
No, I didn't either. But I suppose the timeline makes sense, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, because Angle he was in this main event spot.
Did he not debut on the show that Steve Austin got run over?
I think he did, yeah.
Maybe he didn't, yeah.
Survivor
Series, I think it was, yeah.
But that just shows you how rapidly Kurt Angle rose up the ranks, doesn't it?
And rightly so, to be fair. Still a fucking sex pest, so.
Yeah,
possibly the best. No, I think the second best rookie year ever. I think AJ Styles. I don't know if he counts as a rookie, but his first WWE year was pretty good, wasn't it?
Lesnar? Would you say Lesnar?
Oh yeah, forget about it. Forget about Lesnar. He won everything, did he?
Yeah. Lesnar did the Kurt Angle, but quicker, didn't he?
Yeah.
Kurt Angle won everything. Yeah. I think Lesnar won everything.
Yeah, he did.
But even just quicker.
So yeah, I'm still going AJ Styles. I don't know why, but I thought his was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was alright, wasn't it? But yeah, so the first time they've met, Angle's wearing his 2 gold medals. He says he respects Stone Cold for what he's done and gives him a gold medal. And says it's not as big as his because technically you didn't do anything
to deserve it. Fucking brilliant.
He's just great. And then they must have sort of seen the chemistry between them. I thought this is why they're going to be so many memorable segments later. So Austin replies with, "Thanks, Kurt. I'm going to keep it in a really special place. Up your ass."
I knew he was going to say that, but he was still classic how he got delivered.
and then beats him up.
Crap out of him. Absolutely beats the crap out of him and leaves.
and then chucks the medal at him.
Gold medal would be like, I felt like they should have put like some on the back so Austin could like proper rip it off, rather than try to take it off. He's sure getting over his ears a bit.
I do feel those 2 WWE employees should have maybe intervened a lot sooner. They were just
come
on, Steve, like proper Malander and lay down the corridor instead.
One of those guys wasn't actually a WWE employee.
Was it the guy in the red t-shirt?
It was actually former England manager Roy Hodgson.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
What was he doing? Was he like managing black men or something? Was he?
He was in the WWE. So he was a road agent for the WWE.
Was he in charge of Finland at this point?
No, I think it took out a brief time out to be a road agent in the WWE.
Do you mean the guy in the red t-shirt?
The guy who looked like Roy Hodgson.
Yeah, he reminds me of Mark Austin, the journalist.
Mark
Austin, who looks like what he's looked like now.
So he was either managing Grasshoppers or Copenhagen.
Let's have a look. What was he doing?
He was managing Copenhagen.
But Copenhagen at the time played in Philadelphia. That was so it makes sense.
I wonder what Mark Austin was doing. Probably
he's had a long, distinguished career, hasn't he?
Oh, Hodgson. Yeah, he's been all over.
He's a well-respected manager, isn't he?
I think this is the longest he's ever stayed at a job. Palace.
He only got this job because he's from around the corner, and because he's from Croydon.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's done alright.
There you go.
He was at Halmstad and Malmo for longer, 4 years. So yeah. Well done, Roy.
Well done, Roy.
Felt bad for him at Liverpool. Should never have gone. Should have stayed at Fulham.
Should never have gone to England.
Oh, that as well. That was weird, wasn't it?
Why was Harry Kane taking corners?
Yeah, we'll never know.
Mark Austin seems to have had a quiet period in 2000 as well. It goes from sort of 99 to 2001, so I can only assume that's why, because he was obviously in Pennsylvania.
I'm going to level here. I'm not sure who Mark Austin is.
ITV? The guy who's not Trevor McDonald, the other guy.
I don't watch ITV news.
Yeah, but you mustn't. Neither do I. I don't watch the news. There you go. I've sent you a link. You can look there and thank me. Right.
Well, I'm going to look right now and get my live reaction on the air.
I suppose Mark Austin would make sense that he was with Stone Cold, right? Maybe it's his dad.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this film.
There you go.
What, you think he looks like Roy Hodgson?
He does. Oh, I think he looks like that roadie. I don't think he looks like Hodgson. Hodgson looks like an owl.
Yeah, he does. There's a picture of Eamon Holmes. Let's go up. I prefer him. So.
No one prefers Eamon Holmes. So.
I do.
He's the worst person on TV at the moment.
I just think he puts his foot in it that much, it's become hilarious. Every day Eamon Holmes is making an ill-advised comment.
Exactly, I think the biggest face turn this year has obviously been Piers Morgan. But on the flip side, the heel turn of Eamon Holmes has come into the red habit. It's quite something special, but obviously it's been overshadowed by the big Piers Morgan face turn.
He did the fact that he does it with his wife as well, and his wife just always gives him like the dirtiest look.
Do you know they travel to the show in separate cars?
I'm not surprised. But there we go. That's enough of Eamon Holmes. We'll move on to the next match. You got X-Pac against Chris Jericho. I mean, it spent 9 minutes, and it was just X-Pac does his spots, Jericho does his spots. The only thing that I enjoyed about it was, and I'm sure the bloke it happened to didn't enjoy about it, instead of getting thrown into the timekeeper area, Jericho was genuinely just thrown into the timekeeper.
Oh, is it Mark Eaton?
Yeah.
He's just squashed. I hope they told him about that.
Be a rib roy, like, look at him now.
Fucking idiot.
He looked painful because he couldn't get out of the way.
Right into Marky.
Yeah, they both just do what they'd normally do. X-Pac gets some nunchucks, and then he jumps off the top rope and Jericho reverses it into the walls of Jericho. Jericho wins.
They had like a VT as well, didn't it, of how X-Pac had been using the nunchucks and being a bit crazy, and put Jericho through a table in the most stupid way.
Well, he put a table through.
Through Jericho, yeah. Jericho was laying down and jumped onto a table. Yeah,
reversed it, didn't he?
Didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, Jericho wins with the walls of Jericho, keeps the submission on, and then gets beat up with nunchucks. I was doing some research, and this was one of X-Pac's biggest losses for a while. While he was in DX, he barely ever lost clean. And he had a rivalry with Kane.
Yeah, that awful match with Road Dogg.
Yeah,
at SummerSlam, yeah. And then at the next pay-per-view, they actually have a cage match as well.
They made X-Pac look like a guy who just couldn't get over DX there, didn't they?
Yeah, because he's still wearing all the DX.
And even Jim Ross announced it. Yeah, it's like, what's he doing? Like, he's meant to split, but he still dresses like he's in DX.
Yeah.
And now when you look at X-Pac, he's still like a guy who can't get over DX.
He's like NWO cross with DX.
Can't define him too much, didn't it?
I mean, should
have changed his name. Just call him Sean Woman at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Call him something else.
1, 2, 3 kid.
Yeah.
But for 9 minutes, I thought this was not a great match.
I was expecting better from these two.
Big Davey Meltz gave this 3.5 as well. I don't see where he's got that from.
He fucking loves Chris Jericho, don't he?
Yeah, true. To me,
I think he does have. Meltzer has an idea in his head of what he's going to give Stars.
Before doing it. We said this.
The example I always use is AJ Styles versus Nakamura at WrestleMania 34 was a terrible match because it just didn't get the crowd invested at all. And he still give it like 4.5 stars. I think that's what he was planning on doing beforehand.
It was boring, wasn't it?
Yeah. We said this, didn't we, with Jericho Benoit at SummerSlam 2000 when none of us really liked it, and you gave that like 3.5 stars as well. And it's like, nothing really happened.
Yeah, I think he does on like technical. It's almost like, we're back to Strictly Come Dancing. But I think that's the way he judges matches. Like, it doesn't really matter if it's good.
Yeah, just.
It's like, the example again is always The Rock and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania, where you give it like 2 stars or something stupid. But obviously, that's an all-time classic match for like wrestling fans. Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant got like -3.
Wow.
So it's like he does it on like a purely technical
That's what he's into. That's what he's into.
That's what he's into. But it's like, why do people like hold him as gospel?
Yeah.
Or when Meltzer argues with fans on Twitter, and he goes, "Oh, well, actually, this guy's a better wrestler because he got like 5-star matches last year." It's like
your opinion.
You gave him it. It's your opinion. You can't use that as like an argument. God's sake, Dave. I don't mind Dave Meltzer.
I think he's up his own ass.
Alvarez, for instance.
Oh, was he in favour of his own ass?
But also, I listen to Alvarez's show every day because I just like to argue. I just like to get annoyed at him.
Yeah, I'm part of the problem with that, yeah.
Well, no, because also Mike Sempervivi's on there, and he is the greatest wrestling pundit out there right now. Another shout out for Mike Sempervivi. I'll tweet him.
I don't listen to it, so I'll take your word for it.
Mike Sempervivi is fucking legendary.
Yeah, well, there we go. I don't know. I mean, that was more interesting than X-Pac Chris Jericho, so shall we move on? Move on to the next bit.
Yeah, I just thought it was another inoffensive match. Like, I just didn't care for it everywhere, which I think
the crowd didn't care either.
No, the crowd.
When we do these shows, if it's a really bad show, I fucking love it, obviously. If it's a really good show, I love it. But when it's just a bit like, meh, that's the worst type for me. So that match was just like, I just don't care. You know what I mean?
Even 20 years later, we want to get invested, and I still don't. I've seen this pay-per-view countless times, because obviously, like I say, I had it on video as a kid. And even then, I didn't like it. I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, let's move on, shall we, to something I thoroughly enjoy. Commissioner Foley. And you see him practicing his counting, because he's going to be special guest referee in the Triple H Cat Angle match. Is he behind some sort of fast food area?
Yeah, so his gimmick at the time was that he used to put his commissioner's office in like different areas.
It was just anywhere he could get it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it looked like some sort of catering facility. It had one of the pull-down shutters, didn't it?
And then star of the show, Cat Angle comes in complaining. Foley says, "You get beaten by Stone Cold." And Cat Angle just flat out denies it.
That's not what I heard, Kirk.
tried to kick my ass. He's like, was he successful?
He's complaining that much. Foley says, "You know what? I'm going to make your match with Triple H and no DQ." So something to look forward to later on.
You notice Cat Angle misses a little cue in this, though.
Does he?
When you did the little number on Triple H and Foley puts his little mallet towards Kurt's ribs and then he takes it away and Kurt Angle like pretends to like hold his ribs like Foley's actually going to hit him with his mallet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he like hits it, goes like that, and then about a second later you just see Kurt go like that and like curl.
Can't say I noticed it.
Yeah, I noticed it as a kid, so it always sticks out in my mind that as well.
Alright, so there we go. We then go to another backstage segment. Stone Cold and he meets The Rock. And they shake hands. And then for some reason, a man comes in. Who was this man?
Just Joe.
Just Joe.
Did you not think he looked like a Steve Blackman rip-off?
Oh, he's a wrestler, isn't he? Just Joe.
He is. Yeah,
Joey
he is.
Legend. Is it Joey Legend?
Yeah, Joey Legend, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
One of
Joe.
Edge's like, did he train with Edge? He was good friends with Edge, wasn't he?
Just if anyone wants to laugh, go look at his picture on Wikipedia.
We'll have to do that now.
This is it right now, won't we?
It's absolutely incredible.
What's he called? Joey Legend.
Just type in just Joe WWE, it'll come up.
What, into Wikipedia?
Yeah, just...
Yeah, and his brother John was a musician.
I mean, if I put just Joe WWE in, Roman Reigns comes up. So...
We'll type in
I'm saying it's hilarious because it's just like a really grainy, dark photo.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Uploaded in 2008.
I can't be asked to find it. I'm getting Yu-Gi-Oh stuff now for putting Joey Legend in.
That's Joey Legend, like
yeah, Joe.
Joe.
There you go. I've sent you a link.
Like Paulie.
Yeah, I've got it.
Still wrestling.
I mean,
still wrestling.
What is that as a picture? I mean, who has uploaded that and Wikipedia's gone, oh yeah, that's alright, that. Well,
no, you can do it on Wikipedia, can't you? That's the whole point.
It's a mess, isn't it? No, it's because they're not allowed to use anything copyrighted, are they? So these people just taking photos.
But who's took that photo and gone, I'll upload that to the internet for the world?
There's not many photos of Joey Legend.
No, just Joey.
Anyhow, enough of Joey Legend. I mean, we're going to carry on talking about him now, but enough of that fucking shitty picture. He says that Shane McMahon knows, or somebody knows, what's happened to Stone Cold. And Stone Cold replies, I wrote this line down as well, because I just loved it. Stone Cold replies, I heard just Joe is a sorry son of a bitch. And just beats him up. And The Rock just stands there watching.
Yeah, Josh is like, okay.
And then he smirks, doesn't he?
The Rock's just stood there going, oh, Steve's back then, is he?
Yeah, because It was weird that these two were just mates, but I forgot that they're only Stone Cold's only appearance for his whole injury was Backlash this year, wasn't it? Where he helped Rock win the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's when he blew up the DX Express, wasn't it? Or was that the year after?
I can't remember.
I
know he was only back for
DX
one night
not
only,
finished
and it
now?
was really strange. Because that Backlash main event, they should have 100% done at WrestleMania that year.
Is that the one where Linda McMahon says Stone Cold's going to be in The Rock's corner and nobody actually knows who's going to turn up?
It's Backlash 2000 that he blows up the DX Express.
Then he comes up halfway through, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Stone Cold then, if you pull. The next match, we've got a cage match for the tag titles. This is Christian and Edge against the Hardy Boys. Yes, it is Christian Edge giving me that looks because that's what they're announced as.
Christian Edge.
I swear I think she's doing it. I think she's going to be doing it as a laugh, isn't it?
Just trolling in 2000.
Yeah.
This match, I've wrote the most notes for this match because it was hard to work out what the hell's going on. So it's a cage match, but you can win by escaping over the top or pinfall or submission.
Only over the top, though.
Yeah, but that's important.
Yeah. Not through the door.
Which I feel like we've mentioned before, we think it's the better way of doing it.
Yeah, because it winds me up when people ask to be opened up through the door. What's the point in having the cage if you're just going to open the door?
Just leave the door there. The cage is meant to compound you in so you can't get out.
Yeah, that's the whole point in locking the door so nobody can get in and they can't get out and they can finish
why do they need a door, innit?
Exactly.
They lower the cage anyway, get him in the ring, then lower the cage.
But this all...
I can only assume in case there's an injury, so they need to get in quick.
Just take the cage off again.
I know what you're saying, but...
Just get Lashley to come out and set the door off.
Yeah, get Big Show with a Stone Cold. Yeah, but why? You in a cage match, just open the door for us, pal.
We did miss out on. We missed out on the dum when the cage comes down. It's the best part of the cage match.
Yeah, because they were showing a little VT, weren't they?
They started coming down while Edge and Christian were making an entrance.
Yeah.
Because they showed, what was it, Edge and Christian taking the piss out of a home video of the Hardys, weren't they, as kids?
Omega Wrestling, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? High Voltage and Wolverine.
Yeah. Which I thought that's where, because Jeff Hardy's alter ego Willow. I thought that's where it come from.
Maybe.
I think that's where it started, yeah. And obviously it got fleshed out to it. Side note, I wish Matt Hardy had just stayed in WWE.
Imagine what he could have done in NXT.
Just imagine if he just forgot, he's had his broken gimmick, it was good, and now him and Jeff are just tag champs again, and they retire as champs. It'd be great. That's all he needs.
Imagine if he didn't almost die against Sammy Guevara.
Exactly. They just tried to kill him, hadn't they? What a bad career. It just seems like a bad career move to me, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it might work out. Who knows? But yeah, this match, there's a lot going on. So Jeff's on the top, and he's knocked off the top of the cage and hits the floor, so he's no longer in the match.
That's really early on as well, isn't it?
Really, really early on.
Yeah.
And then he keeps trying to get back in, but he keeps getting knocked off.
But he's not allowed per the rules, is he, to get back in?
No, because he's out of the match now.
Yeah.
But is he out of the match?
He then beats down the ref to get the keys, which I did enjoy.
Yeah. Jimmy Carter has to come out.
Yeah. Opens the door. Love a ref getting beat down. He opens the door. He gets the door slammed in his face. Christian then leaves by the door, but according to Michael Cole, that's all right because he didn't go over the top, so he's still in. He goes back in anyhow with chairs and locks the door back up. Christian then gets knocked over the top.
Sorry to interrupt you. I like how he locks it from the inside so Hardy can't get back in. As well, I think that's really clever. I do like that, to be fair. So that makes sense him going out the door to do it that way as well.
Yeah, he was escaped the cage, hasn't he?
Don't have a go at me. Don't shoot the messenger.
It don't count. It's like when you're in the Royal Rumble and you go into the bottom rope.
It don't count.
Or if you're Great Khali and you go over the top rope, but it's alright because you've done it yourself.
Randy Savage did that once as well, mate.
Yeah.
Randy Savage
jumped over to the clothesline. Well, not a clothesline like we know it now, but that clothesline where he used to jump out of the ring. It's a fucking mental spot that he used to do in every match. He used to bulldog him onto the top rope, didn't he? But he dived over the top rope to do it. And it was just the fucking best spot. But it was just a casual spot.
Randy Savage, we didn't really understand where it was, because he also went for a pin, didn't he? And got thrown out that way.
Yes, not a Warrior. Yeah.
Was it a Warrior? Was it a Yokozuna?
Was it Yokozuna? It might have been Yokozuna, actually,
and then he also forgot to pin in the Tower of Doom, didn't he? So.
And then pin somebody who was no longer in the match.
Yeah. Classic cage match, you know.
Does Randy Savage know what wrestling is?
He got beat by Todd McGuire, didn't he?
He did.
And then he got beat by Spider-Man as well in a cage.
Do you do it on
God's
purpose?
sake. Like, did you just do this on purpose? Like,
What?
who was playing Spider-Man?
You said, who did you say then?
Tobey Maguire.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Toby. I
Oh,
thought you said Todd or someone like that.
Who's Todd?
I don't know. That's what it sounded like.
Was that technically Randy Savage's last match?
No, didn't he go back to TNA?
I was in TNA.
It was the old thing with Jay Lethal, wasn't it?
Yeah, Black Machismo.
Oh, I didn't realise he actually had a match. I thought he was just like a manager or something.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah, he also.
How did we get onto him? He didn't even
In
wrestle on the show.
case you guys didn't know, he also beats Spider-Man in the kids.
It's Spider-Man.
Oh,
Did you know Goldberg auditioned for that as well?
No, we are just rehashing old shit now. We said this last week.
We said that.
I said all this. But anyhow, right, so where am I? Oh, Christian. He's on the top of the cage and gets knocked off of a ladder because it's the hardest, I guess. You got ladders, isn't you? So he's knocked out. So Jeff climbs back up. Does a corkscrew moonsault, which Michael Cole called Whisper in the Wind, but I didn't think it was. And now I can't remember what a Whisper in the Wind is.
No, it was that, but he used to run up the turnbuckle and just do it straight off it.
So that's why it looked different.
But then JR always used to call that Twisted Fate, didn't he?
Just before we get on to the Whisper in the Wind, I don't know if you noticed, they showed like quite a high aerial shot. Did you notice they put like a little metal plank down for him to walk on?
Safe.
And as well,
I didn't notice that.
When he's climbing up the ladder, Edge sort of kicks the side of the cage. I'm sure that ladder moves a little bit as well. Like, that he's got it just right, but Edge kicks the cage and it sort of seems to move the ladder.
Those two-sided ladders, do they exist in real life? Do people use them? Because they look really unsafe.
No, they don't, do they?
What I enjoy is as well when Jeff...
We need a two-sided ladder.
Yeah.
What I enjoy is as well when Jeff's on the ladder and Edge kicks him, he's like just waving his arm at him, telling him to calm down. Quality stuff.
Yeah, so he does that from the top.
Does he hit anyone with that Whisper in the Wind as well?
No, it goes right between the middle of them.
Yeah, I thought he did, because that is going to hurt, innit? Let's be honest, because that was
it was better than that one he did on Jinder Mahal in it was in Saudi Arabia. Where he completely missed the Whisper in the Wind.
Oh, yeah.
Jinder
fell down anyway.
2 minutes later, he decided to do a back bump.
Yeah. Did you see that one AEW where Randy Orton called him out for it, where Matt Jackson just jumped over everyone? And everyone fell down anyway. But...
One of my favourite moments, and it involves Christian who's in this match, is in I can't remember, it's one of the Invasion stuff, because he just started working with WCW guys, and he does like a suicide dive and misses everyone. And everyone just looks at him, so he stands up and just starts beating someone up.
Yeah.
I
love that classic heel spot. Kevin Owens does it quite a bit where he looks like he's going to do one. Then he just jumps out and punches someone instead. I absolutely love that spot.
Yeah, it's, you could have met the best of it. Like, Titus O'Neil, bless him. When he fell over at
Greatest Royal Rumble.
The greatest Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
And went underneath the ring. I would have. I mean, I'm thinking about this afterwards, and obviously I'm not doing it for all them people. I'd have climbed through, I don't know what's under the ring. I'd have tried to get through the other side of the ring coming that way.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. Michael Cole made that 10 times worse for anyone.
It was just the fact that Corey Graves and Michael Cole just sat there pissing themselves as well. And then Titus comes out and just starts laughing as well. It's horrendous. Good old Titus.
Yeah. You just felt that Hornswoggle would have told him, like, just go on the other side. Because I'm sure he was there, right?
That took a picture sent on down to the ring, didn't he? Well, yeah. But see, everyone forgets the fact Big Cass also fell over in that Royal Rumble.
Really?
Yeah, as he's getting into the ring, he goes to attack Daniel Bryan, but also just like headbutts his crotch.
I completely forgot about that.
I
Completely,
You know why I completely forgot about that?
Because of Titus World Slide.
That show was like 5 hours long, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Anyhow, right, back to this show. The show's going to be 5 hours long.
We can't really talk about the show, have we?
Yeah. Lita comes out, she went out from the start, and hits a hurricane on Christian from the top of a ladder in a cage match. Hardy's then Concerto Edge on top of the cage, and they both escape and win. New champs.
13 minutes. I feel as though there was a lot crammed into 13 minutes there.
It was overbooked and nothing really happened.
I like the carnage of it.
But I still thought this is the best match on the card.
Yeah, I would say this is my favourite as well. Big Davey Meltz gave it 3.5.
So yeah.
Someone's got a jet engine stuff.
Shower. Let's just carry on.
Ross has got an aeroplane setting off from his spare room.
Well, you know what I mean? Busy. That's why I'm a busy man.
Yeah. That's what I'm there for.
Oh. Hardy Boy. So Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys have had a lot better matches.
Yeah.
Better.
They have, but I think
It's just too much.
I know, but it's something a bit different in it as well. And they got the chairs in, they got the ladders in, and I think people went home happy with this match.
I thought this was good, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. Ross, Brian Alvarez, Markham over there. Like,
I'm normally a big
melt
fan. I'm too much of a fan of WWF, especially this era. I just thought this was crap.
oh, I thought this was a good match.
3.5. This is my favourite of the night, I think.
Yeah, same.
2v1 Ross,
It
you're wrong.
was my favourite, but
It was chaotic and it felt like overbooked, but sometimes that's good.
That's what you need,
Yeah.
especially after what's been a pretty average card so far.
I think the reason Ross probably didn't like it is because there was only one cage, and we've grown accustomed to having multi-cage matches now. That one cage probably doesn't seem enough, does it?
I don't know. I just maybe it's because I'm a ECW fan, so when there's weapons, I just want every weapon, and I want.
Yeah, so you're an ECW fan, so you've got absolutely no taste in wrestling. That makes sense. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You and your shitty silver belt.
It's the best type. What I'm saying. Safe.
Right, anyhow. You got anything else to add to that match?
Oh, just how great was that match?
Best match of the year.
But I think 5 stars for me.
Best match we've seen on. Of anything we've watched, this is the best match we've
Yeah,
watched.
it's up there.
Oh,
Because they did all that and they only had one cage.
Peters,
And 13
you're
minutes.
pretending to joke, but you actually think this is your favourite pay-per-view ever. So
No,
probably is your favourite match ever.
No, but imagine just watching this at the time. It'd be great. If they did this now, if like Street Profits did this with Angel Garza and Andrade, we'd be like, oh, what a match.
2 tag teams left.
Oh yeah, because they just wrestled all the time, aren't they?
Yeah.
Great.
Keep wrestling all the time. Put a pin in that, because in the main event I'm going to bring something up.
Right, do it.
Put
Go on
a
then.
pin in that. Right, but in order to get there, we're going to move on. So Stone Cold, he's backstage again, and of course it's a pay-per-view in the early 2000s. So Stephanie McMahon is there, and she gives him a hat that he's wearing.
it's quite clearly brand new.
Yeah, it's probably still got a tag on.
Yeah.
Tells him to take it to Shane.
What's the reason behind giving him a hat?
It was the hat that he was wearing when he got run over.
Yeah, I feel as though you would just say like he turned up and she just gave him a hat there. You sort of missed it.
That's what happened. He turned up, talked to her, we said, "Where's one there?" She went, "Oh, I don't know, but I've got this special thing for you. Here's a hat."
But what's that? Yeah, but you need to tell what the hat's related to. Come on, man.
Well, it's not related to out, is it?
Well, it is. It's related to the night he was run down, even though it's quite clearly picked from the production truck about 10 minutes before. And
Well, they do this all the time, don't they? Because they don't plan the storylines.
Yeah.
The best one for me is like when someone gets taken away in an ambulance in like say Georgia, and it says like Georgia Ambulance Service on the side, and then the next week they're in Florida, and they come out an ambulance clearly says like Florida Ambulance Service on the side. It's like, oh my god, it's returned in the same ambulance. Like,
what I like about this is as well, Stephanie McMahon sort of seems like she's just gone to the car park, watched Stone Cold get run over, and then just gone, oh, I'll go pick his hat up to if he ever comes back and give it back to him.
Well, to be fair, she was involved in it, because it did end up being Triple H, didn't it?
Whoa!
Fucking hell.
Well, we're not going to get to that show, are we?
It was Big Quiche. You did it for the Rock.
Yeah, Triple H paid him.
It's Big Quiche,
that's not the last one of Big Quiche today either, is it?
Triple H paid him, though.
Yeah, he did.
There you
go. Anyhow.
Sorry for anyone who's not, 20 years behind on the wrestling.
People listen to this podcast. Wrestling news and the wrestling results. Right, this segment. Stone Cold carries it again. Because Stone Cold is my favourite wrestler. And he won at the time. I was a big Rock fan, but the older I get, the more I absolutely love anything Stone Cold does.
I just love how sarcastic he is as well with her.
But it makes him look like a fucking moron again.
Careful, you don't want to turn off his microphone over again.
I think she is meant to be a moron at this point.
Yeah.
And man was just supposed to believe that 15 years later she grew up and invented women's wrestling.
She got welcome to the Queendom.
$1 billion princess.
She's all grown up.
I was going to say,
Start the music because it's so shit.
Welcome to Freedom.
That's not the that's not the last we'll see of Stephanie or Stone Cold. We're gonna go to Triple H. He's backstage with Foley. This is just such a nothing segment. Foley says he's gonna call it down the middle. Yeah, he's the ref.
Yeah, but he said he wasn't going to.
Yeah, no. When did he say he wasn't going to call it down the
He
middle?
said I was thinking about maybe getting physically involved at one point.
Yeah, but he's already said backstage that he's going to let him go at it.
Yeah. But I did like the fact that Foley was like
of his word.
acting like they were mates now.
Well,
Yeah.
Ted Peters just accused Mick Foley of being a liar.
No, Mick Foley is a man of his word. Like, I don't remember his really intense run as Raw GM where he just kept saying he's a man of his word and he trusted Stephanie all the time.
Yeah, true.
That was the most disappointing GM run of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we got the angle. So.
I know, but we got serious Foley. No one wanted serious Foley. We wanted the commish.
Shit, we do. That was when he had. Well, he wasn't the commissioner, was he? Because they had a commissioner, but he was the general manager.
Yeah, he was the general manager, but he was just real serious. We didn't need that. Didn't need that Foley. We needed this Foley again.
Foley to come and save us. In other news, Jerry Lawler's back.
Yeah, that was weird.
No, women. Michael Cole just got oiled out, didn't
he? Yeah.
Don't look very happy either, does he, Lawler?
Well, they've been choked out, haven't they?
Yeah, but you wouldn't think that in about 5 minutes.
You thought, no, I'm not even getting changed.
You wouldn't think that in about 5 minutes' time, though, would you?
Yeah. I mean, there was barely any women on this card, was there? So that's probably why they wanted it.
There was no women's matches at shows, yeah.
Yeah, but you've still got him being pervy in the next match.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a good job he came out for this match, wasn't it? With a woman in it. We've got Eddie Guerrero, the current Intercontinental Champion, is with China against Big Rikishi, for the Intercontinental title. So basically, Eddie's in a relationship with China, but becoming excessively jealous. He beat down Too Cool because China was dancing with him. That's when Big Keish stepped in. Eddie and China just becoming a lot more volatile. Halfway through this promo, the video package, I forgot Rikishi was in the match. This is about Eddie getting beaten up or getting quite easily manhandled by Playboy security guards. Talk about making your wrestlers look like you can beat anybody up. Oh, Eddie's too big.
Why go to the Playboy mansion?
They're going to break up. And Eddie Guerrero says, no, should we get married? And then the match starts.
They've had an argument in the ring, haven't they, on SmackDown? And then
they're about to break up. And then
Eddie goes, I'll marry you. Yes, I'll marry you.
Yeah, China's...
Yes, I'll marry you, Eddie.
I know China was like a trailblazer, but fucking hell, she was awful.
Yeah, it's really good.
No.
Rubbish.
Yeah. I still think they should have made a WWF champ, though. It'd been well good. Imagine.
She's just got the worst voice.
And yeah, she doesn't have a good voice.
Absolutely zero talent.
People loved her.
Well,
she was a trailblazer.
The King loved her.
King loved her because she got laps out.
Yeah, she's in Playboy.
Yeah, they were talking about the Playboy thing in this, and when we did SummerSlam in the archives, I couldn't remember if it was this or this, the SummerSlam per-view or this one. And when it's the line of King, what's she wearing? And just the staple, and JR goes, that's about it. And then King goes, yoo-hoo! It's like, fuck off, King. You've just been choked out by Taz, like coming down like I don't know, you look like you've been beaten up, and then 2 minutes later, you have got a raging boner under the table again.
Beers? Chill out, man.
His dick's in the kingdom.
Oh, no.
I didn't think them words never get announced on there.
Wrestling Around, there we are.
Wrestling Around podcast. But if anybody wants to audio clip that, St. Peter's saying raging boner
under the table.
Please send us it.
That's a t-shirt.
Would anyone buy that? If somebody wants to buy that, I don't think I want to sell them it.
People buy all sorts of t-shirts. Buy a t-shirt, people buy it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I like Eddie Guerrero and I like Big Keish.
They don't work well together, though, do they?
This match is shit.
Well, no, because let's be honest, Rikishi didn't work well with anyone, and I'm not saying that to be harsh, but it's not very good, is it? You're not going to get a technical classic out of Rikishi.
He jumped off the top of a cage and almost killed Val Venus.
Right, and he did.
And he could dance. He got thrown off the cell. And
I'm saying he's a good sports entertainer, but like he's not on Guerrero's level in ring, is he?
Did it for The Rock though, didn't he? So it's fine.
Name a classic Rikishi match.
Did it for The Rock.
Stone Cold versus Rikishi at the next pay-per-view.
Next pay-per-view.
That's a classic match.
Armageddon 6-man in 2 pay-per-views time.
Yeah, but it's like one person.
No, but you said you didn't say that. You said name a classic match.
Alright, so name one. I'm not counting that one with Stone Cold.
No, about some? He's been in some good Royal Rumbles.
Alright, so if we did like a Rikishi show,
yeah,
and we split the best 6 Rikishi show matches.
Yeah, easy.
You reckon we could do that?
Yeah.
One way to find out.
What about his classic feud with John Cena in 2004?
I don't remember that.
You weren't watching?
Yeah, because then we could have him when he's the Sultan as well. We could bring it when he's the Sultan and when he
played a guy with no tongue. Yeah, good stuff.
So, there you go.
So, just have a bit of respect for Rikishi.
I like Rikishi. I'm just
saying.
It
doesn't sound like you do.
Many good matches.
It's like you don't know what slag him off for the past 5 minutes.
No, it's good promos and that, but you're not going to get a classic Rikishi match, are you?
I liked his necklace as well, which was quite clearly made out of seeds. His little seed necklace that was stuck together. So when I went to school, we tried to make one out of melon seeds. I think they got 3 seeds in and didn't make it. There you go. No, it won't make it a Rikishi necklace.
That's a very Terry Peters thing to do.
We didn't have melon at home. We were poor.
We didn't have melon. We were poor. We didn't have melon at home. I didn't realise melon was such a...
It's an exotic fruit back in the day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Get it in tins and that okay. No seeds still, I'm guessing. You don't need 1 melon as well, surely, to make a seed necklace.
That could be our first
especially
YouTube content, couldn't it?
Yeah, your thin pencil neck.
Why don't we all attempt to make a Rikishi necklace?
I mean, maybe I'll do mine with shark teeth instead, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, buy them off the internet.
Alright, so you know, it's hard to get a melon, but you're just going to get a fucking shot.
I'm not saying it's hard to get a melon. I thought melons were quite easy to come by.
At the moment, yeah, but wait till next year we're all on turnips and Swede because we can't get anything into the country.
I love turnip and Swede. I've done it again.
So Rikishi and Eddie Guerrero. It goes 6 minutes. Nothing really happens in it. Eddie tries to leave at one point. China throws him back in. Eddie's then hit with a bonsai drop and beat up. The ref's about to count. China says, "Our ref mate, don't count." So the ref goes, "Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, I'll just forget why I'm here." This is your one sole job is to count falls, but because China's asked you nicely, he just didn't bother.
Yeah, he might have got an advanced copy of Playboy that night.
Maybe. Rikishi then kicks China, and that's enough for him to be DQ'd.
That was a brutal looking sidekick, wasn't it?
So Big Keish does the bonsai drop on China.
6 minutes, 3 seconds, shite.
6 minutes? It's a bollocks, none of it made sense. Exactly.
I'm allergic to bad matches.
Hey, he's pulled it back in.
Quarter star.
It's too much for me, quarter star.
Dud.
Just what? It made Eddie Guerrero just look bad because he got beat up. I don't know Rikishi will be pushed to main event after this. I kind of get that.
Everyone looked bad.
But why not just have China interrupt them? If you're going to DQ, why not just have China pull the ref out?
Yeah, it made no sense that Rikishi
even Lawler said on commentary, "Oh, what? China just asked the ref to not count?"
Yeah. We should probably miss the spot again, I shouldn't have a match. So.
It was just terrible. Terry Peters, this is your favourite pay-per-view ever. Defend this.
It's shite. No, I agree, it's shit. There you go.
Anything else to add?
That's pretty much summed it up there.
Fair play to China for taking the bonsai drop because he sits on her for a little while as well, doesn't he? So.
But yeah, this is match 1 apparently. There's 5 more in Rikishi's greatest ever matches.
I didn't say this was one of them.
You don't know any? Yeah, you did one.
Yeah,
you did one. You've never won there. It was like 1/6 of. Right. Yeah, like, Rikishi's best singles matches and out.
John Cena 2004.
This.
He had a pretty decent match.
Was that like Velocity?
I've also named a singles match. Stone Cold.
We wanted a match, was it? Didn't
Yeah,
start.
of course it was. Don't matter.
Also, it was in some pretty good King of the Ring matches.
Was he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big man Cage.
Don't believe it. Stick to dancing.
He was good. But can you not remember when he was Make a Difference Fatu?
No.
No?
No. Can't remember
Well, that's your fault, isn't it?
that. No.
It was good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely good
I'm
stuff.
saying he's a good character. He's one of the good wrestlers, is what I'm saying.
What about Judgment Day when he had a match with William Regal?
Don't remember.
Oh.
We didn't pick it on the Regal show, did we? So it can't have been the top 6.
Could be top 6 Rikishi.
Well, probably, yeah.
What about when he had that match with Sean O'Hare at Backlash?
Oh, classic. Yeah, I forgot about that.
How can you forget that? Piper got hit with a coconut.
Yeah, classic match. Rikishi versus Sean O'Hare. Right?
Piper got hit with a coconut.
Yeah, Piper got hit with a coconut, yeah. Classic stuff.
Absolute classic stuff.
Yeah. Piper got hit by a coconut for the 57th time at that point.
It's just good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, he had some good matches.
So now the next match.
So I'm just saying, have some respect.
Okay.
What about on July 6th, where he had a match on TV with Taz?
Yeah, classic.
Are you literally reading his
Sounds great.
Wikipedia page?
What about Fully Loaded 2000, where him and Taz had a steel cage match?
I know we found
In the
Val
Venus
Venus.
stage.
Sorry, I'm getting mixed up with all the great matches he had with Taz. It was with Val Venus.
Then he had one at
I remember that one because I love that pay-per-view was quite good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
that's
it's
like-
got
yeah,
my
that's
favourite ever
good one.
matches on it.
What
but,
about
yeah.
Rikishi versus Val Venus at King of the Ring 2000, where it finished in 3 minutes 15 seconds?
Yeah, another classic.
He had
There
some
you go.
good matches with Viscera.
Okay, I feel like you really try and you have good matches with this for
Kurt Angle versus Rikishi in the King of the Ring final.
That was actually not bad.
There you go then.
Yeah, there we go.
So-
Not bad.
So,
So we've gone from looking for classic matches.
well, I don't know
Not
how many
bad.
more classic matches we can name yet, and you're not having any of them.
Yeah, no, Rikishi versus Viscera and Rikishi versus Sean O'Hare. I forgot all those two, yeah.
So, because
They always go up on people's top 10 matches of the year.
well, they should have.
They wouldn't even be on top 10 matches of the week.
System's corrupt. Saying this, show some respect.
Right.
People, speaking of people who needs to show some respect, well, respect for, we've got the coach. The return of the coach. Has he been on
O'Hare.
before?
What hair on the coach?
A young looking coach, isn't it?
Yeah, he's interviewing The Undertaker. I mean, yeah, that's all that really happened, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was just Undertaker being like, oh, yeah, I used to be a dead guy, now I'm a biker for some reason.
And it still is yard.
Yeah. So there
They
we
keep
go.
saying everything's going to be Judgment Day, and it's like, that was in there. Unforgiven. Stop waiting.
He's waiting. They get Kurt Angle talking to himself, saying, I just love Kurt Angle. He is
I love the way he was like, oh, Stone Cold just beat me, tried to beat me up.
Stone Cold tried to kick my ass.
he is a sex pest, so
Still.
at this point, this is during his first. I can't believe I actually have to say that. His first sex pest. Who says WWF don't do long-term booking? Yeah, I do. He's basically talking to himself, so he can't believe how bad of a day he's having. Trish Stratus interrupts, and Angle says he's got an idea and walks off. That's it. Time for their match. We've got Triple H with Stephanie McMahon against Kurt Angle. No DQ with Mick Foley as a special guest referee. Angle starts it off by singing Happy Birthday to Stephanie McMahon.
What a mouthful that is, when he goes, Stephanie McMahon Helmsley.
He's his close friend. Very good friend.
Good friend.
And then Triple H comes out. What do you prefer? Triple H's music then, or Triple H's music now?
Then, I loved it. I should use it for like
1,
one
2,
special off, like, yeah.
On.
I just
Special
think-
WrestleMania appearance for this one. I thought it was
I
great.
think it sounds more main event than his current one.
Yeah, I did like the game one, obviously. It's good. And the King of Kings one is pretty good.
This was Stephanie McMahon's 24th birthday as well.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I can't
Well,
believe
yeah,
she
that's
was
why
only...
I was singing Happy Birthday.
Yeah, no, but I can't believe she was only 24 is more what I mean. She just
Yeah.
around forever, doesn't she?
Oh, well, Triple H, I just think Triple H is 40.
He's 50 now.
How old is she now?
She is 44.
So he would have been 30.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Sorry, Triple H is 51 now.
Oh.
So it's 31 here.
31.
There you go.
Yeah, I think Triple H's old music's better.
Yeah, I agree.
More iconic stuff.
Yeah, the game's pretty good though.
The game is good, but I still prefer 1 to Dishonored.
Yeah, and they did that weird hybrid one, didn't they? Was it Drowning Pool did the game for one WrestleMania?
Yeah.
And it was a kind of mix between the two. Started off with this music and then became the game.
There was one that he did. It was like the King of Kings, and then went into the game. It had like 2 starts to the music, and it was a bit shit. I can't remember.
I think that was 22.
Is that what it was? There
was on the throne.
Yeah, I think so. It just
Yeah.
wasn't very good. Like I said, it had 2 starts to it, so it just wasn't the best.
Yeah, I think that was WrestleMania 22. That one.
Yeah.
There we go. I mean, for an ODQ match, this match was boring, wasn't it?
It just lost all its heat, didn't it?
It started off well. Triple H was belly to belly through a table by Angle,
That looked cool.
and he gets buzzed open, and then nothing happens till the end.
Yeah. Maybe
There's
it's
not
because
no stretch.
maybe it's because it was 2 heels. No one really knew who to cheer for. Like, who do you want to win? Like the guy who's trying to take someone's wife, or the guy who's just making gear jacks?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, because he's on about buying drapes while and being a sissy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Eamon Holmes' job now, isn't it? So.
Yeah. I mean, would you cheer for Eamon Holmes in a match?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Who against? Who's he fighting?
Denise Welsh.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd probably join in with a chair.
No, they're both as bad as each other, aren't they? You could get Matt Letitia in there as well. But yeah. But no, I don't know. It's just, who do you meant to cheer for? Like, the opening package didn't make either of them look particularly good.
No. Yeah, so nothing happens until the end, where Angle misses a moonsault. Triple H in it's a one-arm pedigree. He's been beaten a lot bad, he can't lift his other arm up. Stephanie then comes, he can't pin him. So Stephanie then comes in the ring. And Triple H is like, who do you choose? Me or Angle? Obviously the fans in attendance can't hear this. She does then like, I don't know, the weirdest kick ever. It's a low blow Angle.
It was alright. It was like someone who tries to kick a football and doesn't know how to, like me. Just proper toe pokes him.
Diana Ross, wasn't it?
Yeah.
94,
or like
94 World Cup.
And
Those
misses the big
douchebags
goal.
always do the halfway challenge at LKR.
Yeah.
Andy Whitlam.
He did it, did he? Did he not make it?
Andy Whitlam got 2, didn't he?
There we go.
I think he got 2. So
He
it was
wasn't-
about 30 quid. Dave K.
You won't listen to it, Dave K.
Dave K missed from in front of the sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always do this like football and rugby, and it's like, how can you people not kick? They come out in a pair of loafers.
Yeah.
Just punt the ball. Yeah, Dave K.
He was a
I
proper-
imagine he would, unless he's a big fan, listen to it for sure, but
It was a
Well,
proper
Well,
straight
you
kick
shouldn't
to
do
the
for that absolute embarrassment that he did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was a proper straight kick to the testes, wasn't it? Stiff.
yeah, so steady kicks Angles in the nuts. Triple H then his arm's all right now, so he can do a proper pedigree. I guess that extra minute was all he needed.
That's all you need.
Triple H wins. Longest match on the card, 17
Oh.
minutes. Felt like the longest match on the card. It just wasn't very good, was it?
Davey Meltz gave this 3 1/4.
Did
it just-
he? Why?
I think it somehow it just lost its heat. Like it just didn't. It just seemed like a normal wrestling match,
It's
not like
too
the end
slow.
of a blood feud.
What was the point in the no DQ? And what was the
Yeah.
point of Foley? Why was Foley there?
What else is Foley gonna do? Come on,
It was too slow.
he needs to break out that classic ref shirt. The Foley ref shirt.
Yeah,
The
it does.
commissioner thing.
It's just
Yeah, it wasn't very good, was it?
no.
It's disappointing now. I thought that was gonna be good going to it.
For Kurt Angle to be champion later on in the year, maybe in the next pay-per-view, isn't it? They win-
Next pay per view, yeah.
they win-
Mm.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert.
We're not covering it. What are we gonna do when we get to Armageddon? Just pretend that no mess never happened.
yeah.
Exactly.
Kurt Angle matches it.
Well, at the next pay-per-view, Triple H was against Benoit. Do you know what I mean? Like, where's that come from? And then Angle's against The Rock, and Steph is with Angle.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. But yeah,
we
rubbish.
all, at the next pay-per-view, you also get Regal and Naked Midian.
Does that around this house?
Yeah.
We're doing this one instead.
So they could lighten it up a bit.
I thought that would have been your favourite pay-per-view of all time. Make it mean then they get one pay-per-view match.
I don't know. It's for the European title as well.
Regal, gotta love him. But I want that. I know a Regal special. So moving on, we've got another McMahon, Shane O'Mac. He comes out, says he knows exactly who it is who run over Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he has proof. He shows a video, and it's Steve Blackman running thread around the thing. He was the one that did it because he ran over Ken Shamrock, and that's all the proof he needs. So
I'd love to know the context of Blackman running Shamrock over.
They had like quite a heated row, didn't they?
Was that when he had that Iron Circle match, whatever it was called?
Yeah.
Where they wrestled like in the car park, all the cars we got parked around the circle.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Fair dues.
Kennel from Hell match or whatever it was.
Oh God, Kennel from Hell. That was
that was something
Oh,
else.
Bossman,
No,
wasn't
they had didn't they have a? Oh, I don't.
It might have been the same. Oh, Lions Den.
Lions Den.
Yeah, that's it.
Austin comes out. Oh no, Steve Blackman comes out first. Doesn't he? Steve Blackman comes out first, and then Shane leaves the ring. Austin then comes out, and it's to a huge pop debut of the Disturbed music as well.
God,
Not a fan of Disturbed music.
They played the hell out of this, didn't they? Yeah, you can see the
Yeah.
fans are a bit confused as well when they're like, "Woo!" I don't know what the fuck's this.
Yeah, it's just not as good as it.
No.
So Austin,
Have you heard his Snoop Dogg music?
Yeah.
Yeah, Austin's got some music for Snoop Dogg.
Was that during the when like Kane had
Yeah, what was
whatever that album?
There was an album
called.
that came out. Was it some aggression? Was it Ruthless? No, one of Ruthless Aggression. Reckless Intent.
Yeah, that was it.
Was it part of that? Was it?
I think it was part of that. Yeah, Snoop Dogg.
Which made the DX one was better than the actual DX music.
Mm.
So Austin comes out, he gives a stunner to Blackman. So Shane starts thinking, oh, good, believe me. Goes and grabs some beers. Austin stunners Shane. It's hilarious because beer goes everywhere. Shane gets up. Austin stunners him again. So Blackman's left gets him again. And he gets stunned again for the third time. My question to you two is, who takes a better stunner, The Rock or Shane McMahon?
Shane McMahon.
Shane McMahon, purely because
The
he's
fact he had
beer everywhere.
a gulp of beer as well, and you could see what he was planning. Great. Yeah. But how much how fucking geek did Steve Blackman look in this segment? He's
Came out, got beat up by Stone Cold, didn't he?
yeah. Yeah, amidst this big push.
Didn't
And
help
everyone
him,
absolute
did it?
geek, he just looks, he's like, oh, no, want me, sir. No, want me. Like, just leave Steve Blackman out of it. You could just have Austin just attack Shane, and it still looks like he's just trying to get Blackman in trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just felt
No need
Blackman was good. Yeah, I thought he just proper ruined Steve Blackman. Like, absolutely.
Was that a
Was it-
swerve? Was that
it
just
didn't
like a swerve?
Well, it wasn't even very good,
Steve
sir,
Blackman.
because it was obvious they want him, wasn't it? That was all the proof he had. It was obvious they want Steve Blackman. I mean, you
Yeah.
Austin was going to stun him, but
Yeah, but
I just probably just found Steve Blackman looking geek.
Stone Cold's going to stun him, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stone Cold got stood, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Right then, main event time. Fatal 4-way for the WWF title. We've got The Rock, Kane, Chris Benoit, and The Undertaker. The Rock starts off with a promo with Michael Cole. Bizzle just runs everybody down. That must be so annoying for anybody else. He'd build your pest. Like, and then The Rock says you got like a Wolverine's left testicle.
Yeah.
And Kane's going to cut holes in his little nipple. I think that promo was great.
The Rock just gets everyone like he's the best. And then, what I was going to say though, he said about people fighting too much.
Mhm.
The Rock and The Undertaker only ever had 4 matches.
Oh, really? Was this one? Or 4 singles matches?
4 singles matches.
Yeah. Well, that's because Undertaker didn't really wrestle often, didn't it? Like,
No, but it was back then.
yeah, true. Well, I didn't know that.
Where you think, if that was nowadays, they'd have had 4 matches in one feud.
Oh, yeah, like how many of Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre had already? It's like 4 in it.
Yeah. How many matches has Randy Orton and John Cena had? 800,000.
Mm-hmm. All classics.
So, pulling a girl.
I can hear it.
That's it, man. So, no one panics. My house is literally getting pulled apart.
Yeah. It's getting a bit windy out there, isn't it?
Some sort of monsoon's coming. Never mind, we'll move on because this is what Wrestling Around does. We get a good show. I mean, it went 15 minutes. Again, nothing happened in it. It's a fatal 4 match, which makes it no DQ by proxy. Am I right? 'Cause one person can't
That's
get
how it works.
disqualified.
Yeah.
So there's a
But
ref
not
bump.
on the video games up until about 2 years ago. You used to get DQ'd if using the chair. Yeah.
So there's a ref bump, obviously.
Standard.
Because you need Taker brings in a chair. I think he hits the Rock. Then Benoit hits Taker with the chair, gets the pin, and he's the new champ. 7 minutes until Commissioner Foley comes out without a microphone.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
Came out. Nobody knew why we came out. The match just gets restarted. Benoit just sort of seems to accept it.
Yeah, what was the point? I remember they were just testing the pops, because Benoit's fairly new, wasn't he?
But it was quiet, wasn't it?
Remember they were just testing the pop, to see what happened if he became champion. They
fairly
did
new,
it with Jericho, didn't they, earlier in the year, I think, on SmackDown.
With Triple H,
Where
where
he won a title, and apparently the only reason they did that was just to see what the reaction was like.
I mean,
But I thought it made it take like a bit of a douche, right? Because here he is meant to be like this badass, the dead man.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he's put his foot on him up to get out of it.
Well, we didn't find that out until after the match had restarted. Everybody got back in the ring. And then JR says, I think it's because his foot was on the rope. And then it shows his foot was on the rope.
Yeah.
Why not just say it? Why not just announce that?
Yeah, I just thought, because if you're in the crowd, you're like, what the fuck?
Or show it straight away. Show that
Why-
green shield
why-
straight away.
Yeah, why even do it? Like, I don't know. Like, and obviously you're gonna do it. Do it with Kane. Not the Undertaker. but yeah, strange. No DQ with this rope breaks.
Odd.
Yeah.
I mean, so the match gets restarted, and then the Rock wins for bottom on Benoit, 15 minutes. And at this point for the Rock, he's WWF champion, yet he's in no stories whatsoever.
It felt a bit messy.
The last pay-per-view, he was just pushed into the middle of another feud, Angle and
Yeah,
Triple
and I feel this one was just like, we need a main event, let's chuck these guys together.
Who have we not used?
But it felt like it was all about Chris Benoit, this match, really.
Yeah.
The story was him, wasn't it?
Well, having read stuff at the time, people thought Chris Benoit was going to win.
Yeah.
I did like it when he won in the false finish. And you see the Rock, Undertaker, and Kane all walking up the ramp and just chuck him into the.
Yeah.
The only bit I do like
staging,
after this is, and it didn't even end up in the feud, did it? Where the Rock's pinning Benoit and Kane holds Taker to stop him getting in the ring.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense either. Why would you do that? I thought that was a
Well,
child.
well, it was because he hates his brother, but then you'd think that would lead into a feud, wouldn't you?
But it doesn't.
Didn't he end up being a tag team around this point?
No, that was after. So Kane goes into a feud with Jericho over coffee
Classic.
because they have the last man standing match on the same car on the Armageddon.
Ah. Oh, I remember that. He spills his coffee, didn't
Yeah.
He knocks his coffee into him, and that's how it starts.
he? Yeah. What a feud.
All good shit.
So,
What a feud.
what do we think of the main event then?
Yeah, it was just confusing. It felt a bit overbooked again.
Well,
But yeah, it was just a bit like the Ben. Obviously, they were building up Benoit at the time, I think, but not quite pulling the trigger on him.
It was very slow.
So I guess it was the point of him on it, which is, it's a bit awesome.
He wouldn't actually win the title until 4 years later.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of main events at this point.
To say it went 15
He had,
minutes.
because he'd already had a main event match, hadn't he, in like the 2000, fully loaded.
It was WCW champion. I don't know why they didn't make a thing of him being the current WCW champion.
Yeah, because Bruce Pritchard was always saying that no one cared, but I think they were scared of getting sued.
Yeah. If that was the other way around, WCW would have done it.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, they didn't do it with Mike Awesome, did they? They didn't reference him at ECW at all.
I get that because ECW was
Yeah.
not as big.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think they must have been concerned about getting sued.
yeah.
Yeah, it was weird that he won the title and just left.
Well, the stories to believe that they put the title on him to keep him, and they just said no.
Yeah.
Yeah. This match is overbooked. It's just a completely forgettable pay-per-view. This.
Piers looks so disappointed. Like, this is his
was
favourite pay-per-view.
I am.
Favourite pay-per-view of all
I've been
time.
looking forward to it all week to watch it.
Do you know what? I am disappointed because
I'm
I
right.
obviously asked to do it, yeah. And I watched it back and I thought, oh man, this is not very good, is it? And it's just, I say it's destroyed the childhood memory. It's how I remember it as a child being so good, and I watch it now and it's just not.
No, I think it would have been in the context of all the storylines happening in Raw. I think it's just one of those pay-per-views that's good at the time.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of them that happen now anyway. I think, oh, that was a really good pay-per-view, but you don't go back and watch it.
No.
Like, there's some classics. Like, last week's was great, watch back ability.
I haven't watched it.
No, like last week's show that we reviewed. Unforgiven 2006.
I think they pay back.
No, that was like 2 weeks ago. It's Clash of Champions tomorrow night.
What is it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wrestling
Well,
around. at the front of wrestling.
or last Sunday if you listen to it like live. But what I was going to say, like last week's had some classic matches that stood the test of time. These didn't stand the test of time, but I think they were still good for the time.
Yeah, I know
Fitting with the stories, it's just more like a big episode of Raw rather than a classic pay-per-view, if you know what I mean.
It felt very much like a B show.
Yeah.
Which is what it is.
Yeah, I thought I didn't think it was offensive.
I just thought
I certainly watched legs, but it just at the same time, not a lot moved on. And the big match, the big blow-off feud, Triple H and Kane, which didn't really live up to the hype, did it?
No, because the match before, there was a triple threat match on it, but that was better. It's just, Terry Peters then. Now you've rewatched it. Take out your nostalgia. I'll put your nostalgia in whatever you want to do. Just don't give it 6.5. What would you rate this pay-per-view out of 10?
6.
Fine. 6.5.
6.5.
So
He's so disappointed. Look, he's nearly crying because it's
do the line,
rubbish.
Point 0.
6.0.
6.0.
Some swerve.
Yeah, but no, I think that's right.
I'd give
So
it
you want
four,
a bad
mate.
show? I want a good show.
I'd give it
4.
just
not
not rememberable whatsoever.
Check
No,
out this
no.
guy.
It's just no happened.
Earlier, it was like, oh, else is full of shit. Like, and now look at him.
Yeah, but I'm not using that. I'm not going to go to somebody next week saying 2000 was rubbish. Look how many 4 rated pay-per-views they've had.
You will do it. Give it time.
And and they're like, what do you mean? How do you mean it's rubbish? Well, all these pay-per-views were rated 4 by me, so that means they're not very good.
Big Davey Meltz gave that a 3.5, that match.
That's about right. Average match. Yeah.
I don't like these non-finished finishes anyhow.
It kind of took off the Rock's credibility.
It only looks good a restart if it's a single. I like it where it's a singles match and then they get counted out and they say we're not ending it this way, so no count out, and then there's a DQ. Then we're not ending it this way, it's a DQ. That's the only time I think restarts work.
Yeah, because otherwise he has to do it for like every match, doesn't he?
Yeah.
There'll be screwy finishes like on Raw or whatever. Like he won't do it for. So you need to do it for everyone if you're doing that. It's basically using video replay. It's VAR.
Yeah.
VAR.
Yeah. Unless he wins in like some sort of like horrendously stupid way. Like he didn't kick out at 2. He kicked out at 2 or something and the referees counted it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a foot on the row. Undertaker should be better than that. Anyway, I think. Oh, I'm the dead man. I'm a badass. Oh,
I've got no issue with that. I've got absolutely no issue with that. Someone should have just. They should have just said. Foley should have said, "I'm not having it ending this way." His foot was on the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, they screwed that bit up, didn't they, really?
And then that's it. That's the end.
Screwed the pooch,
I'm restarting the match. And then everyone would be like, yeah, it's restarting the match. Instead, everyone was just like, what? The bell's gone and now they're beating up Benoit.
Yeah, half of them were trying to get a cheesesteak.
People might have left.
Yeah.
True.
There we have it then. Unforgiven 2000, that was done. Next week, travelling forward in time. No Mercy. No Mercy 2007.
Yes.
Lou, this is right up your street, I imagine. This is your era of fandom.
It's my era, and I'm looking back and I'm preferring it to like my original era of fandom.
But will you be as disappointed as Terry Peters is right now?
Well, I've not actually seen this pay-per-view. I
Right.
remember reading the results on WWE.com, I guess it was at this point. It looked awesome, so I just want to see if it's good. It's got a Punjabi prison match. It can't be bad, can it?
We haven't done one yet, and you do like cages.
I do like weird contraptions to wrestle in.
So there we go. Terry Peters, are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, it seems interesting. I've just had a quick look at the card.
That was very non-committal, that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm reading the card and I'm reading the card and I don't really understand it, but we'll get to it next week, won't we?
And then a week after that, in 2 weeks' time, we're all excited for this. It's the return of Total Non-Stop Action.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
TNA Bound for Glory 2012.
Do you know why we've picked this one?
Why?
Because it's free on YouTube.
Yes. Wrestling around, bringing you whatever content we can get hold of. I don't know what's happening in TNA because I've never watched it, but I'm imagining Sting's in the main event.
No, I think it's Jeff Hardy and Austin Aries.
Oh, really? Is Jeff Jarrett on it? Or is he gone?
Yeah, I think they're all there. Sting's there, but he's just not in the main event.
Didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So here we go. Join us for the old cast of characters that is TNA, AJ Styles.
Makes an appearance.
Also, Sting,
Joey Ryan.
Joey Ryan. He's going to get a good slagging next week, isn't he?
We've just done a main event with Chris Benoit.
Yeah, that is true. I don't mention him much in it though, so that's my thing.
Yeah. Joey Ryan much better than Skip Hopper.
Yeah, because he was shit anyhow, so
yeah.
Never got the hype. Well, that's what's happening. So next week, No Mercy 2007. Week after that, TNA Bound for Glory 2012. Also big news in the Wrestling Around universe.
Huge!
So you can listen to us on Spotify. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts. You can listen to us on Acast. You can listen to us pretty much anywhere you get podcasts. And also, we're on Audible now.
Audible. Whoa.
Audible.
So that's how you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're also on Amazon Music, so you can say, Alexa, play the Wrestling Around podcast. And she bloody will.
What?
Or, hey Google, play the Wrestling Around podcast. And they will.
I don't know if that works. Does that work?
I've got a Google Nest and you say, hey Google, play something, so yeah.
Yeah, so it works as well.
Yes.
So whoop. If you've been telling your friend, which I imagine you always are, telling your mates, listen to this great new podcast, Wrestling Around podcast.
Give them a ring.
And they're like, oh, I can't because I only listen to my podcast on Audible, man. Well, now they can. There's nothing stopping them.
I can't say Alexa. Give them a ring, get them to put you on speakerphone, and then say, hey Google, play the Wrestling Around podcast.
Also, we will be, every new episode will also go straight onto YouTube as well now. Audio only. But yeah, we're going to try and rival the Bell Nation YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Bell Nation.
Make Wrestling Around more popular than the Bell Nation.
Yeah.
And that will be the greatest thing in my life.
Probably will be.
So go do all that. So so go to YouTube, Wrestling Around. If you want to listen to it on there, some people do, don't they? People do. It's not up to me to judge you where you get your podcast from. Do whatever you like. Because we're everywhere. You can get everywhere. Give us 5 stars and all that. You went absolutely mental the other week for one of our shows, so keep that up. You lot love us hating WCW, don't you? Because you're all
loving it.
You're all absolute sadists, so you want to put me and Terry Peters through nothing.
The people share my taste in great WCW. The more cages, the better.
So you know what I need you to do is I need you to make this, no, not this episode because I hate it. The next episode, the WWF, I need you to make that better. So it just gets rid of all those arguments saying that WCW is better.
People love it. Right? Highest rated episode of Wrestling Around. WCW. Overall, 96.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure I enjoyed that one.
It was my favourite show we've done as well. I'm really glad that one got the people going.
Got the people going. I'd love to see it. But you can follow us everywhere. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at WresAround, WRES Around. Follow us on Facebook, Wrestling Around Podcast. If you want to give us a show that's not a Battle Royal at the Albert Hall, we're not doing, I repeat, we are not doing Battle Royal at the Albert Hall.
We could do it one day. Bonus episode.
But when we run out of things to do, we'll do it then.
If you donate to the Acast Support feature, which is at the start of every episode, if you donate $500,
we will do it.
We'll do Battle Royal at the Albert Hall.
The day after you donate.
Yeah, the same day. I'll just ring him up.
Ring it up. It won't go live. We'll just ring you up and you'll be on speakerphone and we'll do it for you only.
$500 on the Acast Support feature, please.
But yeah, if you have a show that you want us to do, I think we've got everything sorted at the end of the year, haven't we? But if you've got a favourite show coming up at the early start of next year, then by all means let us know on wrestlingaround@outlook.com. It's wrestlingaround@outlook.com. If you're an aspiring seltzer brand, you want Lou to try some of your seltzer and tell us how it is live on the show, then send it there as well, wrestlingaround@outlook.com. Also, YouTube, Wrestling Around. Just Google Wrestling Around. I think we'll come up everywhere, won't we?
Everywhere.
Because we hadn't said it for a while, but we are worldwide.
Worldwide. Yeah.
Tightest world slide.
We actually do have a listener in Iraq now. I'm not even making it up. So we are literally worldwide.
Worldwide. We're all over the shop, but
shout out to Basra.
I was going to say shout out to Baz then. I was like, who's this Baz fella? Speaking of worldwide, Terry Peters. Where can we find the world famous Terry Peters?
You can find me on Twitter at Bell Nation, YouTube at Bell Nation, twitch.tv/Bell Nation.
Where he streams every Friday night, but he actually doesn't stream every Friday night.
For the last 3 weeks. At Tez Fish Pod. And RL92 on Instagram.
You know that weird little head movement you did then? Was that just for us?
Yes.
This is audio, so nobody else saw that.
I know.
I'll look up it. Well, that's YouTube content right there.
Just to pop the boys. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's a good job that our YouTube is audio only. Some of the faces that Terry Fish is pulling right now. Lou, where can we find you on social media?
Just at Lou Markham on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find it. If you can't search for him for whatever reason on Twitter, then go to Dave Meltzer's comments. And there'll be about 10 people arguing with him.
We like to have fun, me and Dave.
You're going to love to see it. You can find me on Twitter as at TheRossM. But go the rest around, WRS around, do all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, thank you very much for joining me, Lou and Terry.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we shall see you next week on No Mercy 2007.